Hello
Hello.
there, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello there, ladies and gents.
Yeah, that's them. Oh wow, what third voice?
Third voice.
Crazy.
It is.
Guys, we have a special guest with us today.
S-
Me.
Everybody, welcome.
I'm Chamley.
We did it.
Mr. Powell.
Again, we got a second guest.
Yeah, you're
Hooray
the
for
second
us.
one. You're not the very first. Guys, it's like 10 in the morning, full disclosure, and like it's really tough to get the brain moving.
I fell asleep like 3 hours ago, so I'm going to be quiet.
It's
a
cold
lot.
outside, my brain is freezing.
Yeah.
How are you holding up, Chandler?
I mean, I'm still in the process of waking up, just trying to get ideas flowing, you know?
And yet here we are recording a podcast. So here, let's see how this goes. Guys, we know what we're listening to. I don't remember the fucking name.
Weezer?
No.
Okay, what?
This ain't the game shit. You
Oh,
can't make
it's the
those jokes.
Shedheads podcast.
The Dark Souls of podcasts, if you will. This is Chandler's first time hearing all this.
It's the hardest
You know-
one to listen to.
Yeah, that's why.
Hopefully today it's a little not hard. Listen.
Chandler's sitting across from us, by the way, so he's just looking at us
Yeah.
like, what the fuck are these guys talking about?
He thought we were going to record with
Yeah, I thought we were doing like a video podcast, so like, I was like, well, I'm gonna
You think we can do cameras in the game shed? You crazy.
that would essentially be the appeal of buying a camera, but it would be kind of a letdown if you guys saw what we looked like while we did this. I'll be real.
I mean, I don't know about you two.
Yeah, I don't know either, honestly. You know what? Let's maybe do that. Who knows?
Yeah, why not?
So, what the fuck are we talking about
I don't
today?
know, why am I here today? What are
Like,
we talking about?
we went only like a minute of like vamping like opening shit. Normally we go like 10 minutes just talking about whatever. But
Yeah, as it turns
Yeah,
out,
get into it.
we lied to everyone last week because we're not doing a madness bracket.
I thought we were like, oh, madness bracket or tier list, whatever. We'll find out.
I think we said we're doing a Nintendo madness bracket, but we're not. We're doing a tier list.
Yeah, we ultimately decided on that because it was gonna get a little like,
Really dumb.
oh, I haven't played it, so
Yeah,
because there's a lot that we just kind of barely know and
it was
all
going to
that.
be pretty bad, especially if we wanted to do games that like people care about. Because I haven't even played or like enjoyed a single Zelda game, so it'd be kind of dumb.
Yeah,
You never played a single Zelda game?
I played.
yeah.
Not really.
Yeah,
That's
you
the
played
first
Breath of
time.
the Wild?
We did that like briefly, but he wasn't about it.
Yeah, and that's like, and I know, like, yeah, see that face? You can't see the face he's giving. Yeah, you can't see the face.
Okay, like,
But that's exactly why it would be dumb if we did a madness bracket.
it's more like, oh, he just wasn't gripped by it,
Oh,
like
okay.
he just wasn't like brought in because he doesn't
It's
do
so good.
he doesn't do open world stuff for games with hardly any direction.
Yeah.
So you like a more linear type
Yeah,
Well-
that's definitely his preference.
If it was like multiplayer, I guess maybe.
Oh, dude, I would love Breath of the Wild multiplayer. Are you kidding?
Isn't that new one, the one that's coming out?
Maybe
Yeah.
Zelda's gonna be hanging
Yeah,
around the whole
Zelda's
time.
in there. And Mario Sunshine, or not Mario Sunshine, Mario Bowser's Fury, that's going to be 2-player.
Really?
Yeah.
You get to be
yeah,
Bowser
it's gonna
Jr.
be Bowser Jr.
Oh, that makes sense because
And that just looks like the general direction that Nintendo's been taking for couch co-op. with
yeah, that makes
Zelda
sense
games.
because Odyssey was 2-player.
Yeah. That's
So
the
that'd be
direction they're
cool.
starting to take now.
Yeah, and so,
Oh, that'd be so awesome to have Zelda be like a companion and actually have her worth a damn,
Yeah.
Instead of just standing around useless and at the end it's like, oh, Ganon's weak. Here, let me just whip out my fucking bow of light. Pew, he's dead.
It'll probably work the same way that Bowser's Fury is with Baby Bowser just following around Mario, because it looks like Mario is just going to be the one controlling the camera, moving around, while Baby
Yeah.
Bowser's like a companion that just...
Yeah, just like how Cappy was in
Yeah,
Odyssey.
Essentially how Cappy was.
Just how there's like the pilot and the other guys like kind of support. But like there's so much you could do with Zelda. I don't know. Maybe I'm too used to
She
like
could be
what
more
she
like
can
a
do.
magic mage, you know?
Yeah, like support also.
Yeah.
Like she can heal. She can like whip out. They both have bows. I don't know.
Yeah, and you won't have Navi this time around.
Or that fucking that girl in Skyward Sword. That's just like following you around. That's worse than Navi, the blue bitch. I forget her name.
It's been such a while since I've played Skyward Sword.
Okay.
see, now you can see why it's good that Chandler's here.
Yeah. See, we just like kind of just talk about
I
just
can't
games and shit.
I can't add anything to a Zelda conversation, which is why a madness bracket would be kind of dumb, especially if it
Yeah.
was just me and you.
And similarly here, like we've all got some gaps in our Nintendo thing, but likewise, we can fill each other's gaps too.
Yeah, we can also say we're not
I'll
gonna
fill you.
we're not gonna necessarily cover everything like you'd expect to be covered on a Nintendo tier list. It's kind of gonna be a little random. You're gonna wonder why stuff made the list, why stuff didn't, because we just kind of
I feel like I feel like we got
Yeah.
solid titles
Yeah.
like that most people have played.
All of us have some solid titles we've definitely played.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that we can talk about on this list too.
Yeah, and like I feel like we've also made efforts to play games that like when we heard they were good, like we're like, oh, I want
Yeah,
to
or we kept interest, or like just hear like see people talk about it, watch let's plays, things like that. Like we can still be knowledgeable about it, you
Right,
know.
even just watching a let's play. Like,
Yeah, like you can still see the whole game. You just
Yeah, exactly.
can't speak like super precise and all that about the mechanics and everything. I was trying to think of a word.
What would you think about a 2D Zelda side scroller like Mario?
I mean, that was like the NES version.
Right,
But, like, okay,
the
the side, the side. Well, like it was this 3D. It was like roguelike,
right.
with the different areas. Like side scroller. You mean like Zelda 2?
I've never played Zelda.
Oh yeah,
Zelda 2 is
Yeah,
side scroller.
you're right.
Well, at least
Zelda-
partly.
100% side scroller,
No, not 100%, because like there's like open world, but there's like you can there's like cities like marked on this map that you're traversing, and then you click on the city, you travel to it, and then it goes to side scrolling,
Huh.
and then that whole thing is side scrolling, like that whole like area dungeon village level.
Zelda 2 is a lot more difficult.
Yeah, it was famously harder, and a lot of people didn't like it.
Yeah.
and now people do. I think.
I remembered like way back in the day, I watched AVGN's review on it, and I was just like, yeah, this game's poopy trash dicks.
That's
Oh man,
It's funny enough. That's one that I did play because I had it on my 3DS.
really? You played it?
I had it on my 3DS. I didn't play it much.
See,
like-
I never even touched it.
But yeah, I had it on my 3DS back in high school, and I played a couple levels of it.
I miss my 3DS.
So yeah,
That's funny that you're so like interested in trying Zelda 2, because I saw it and I was like, nah,
Yeah.
not for me.
Yeah, I mean, I played the first Zelda on the NES on the retro console, and I couldn't get into it just because it's an older game. I can't appreciate like the whole art style and direction they came from with the development.
Yeah.
don't click off because he said that. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. We're gonna talk about some older games here, I think.
And we're just gonna talk about whatever. Like so far,
Yeah.
we're on this pretty good Zelda tangent.
Yeah.
Well, this is like the extent of Zelda talk we're gonna really do. on
No,
the
we've got a
podcast.
couple games in.
Oh no,
here.
yeah, we've got a couple Zelda games. Actually, this could be what?
Did
What's
any of you guys ever play Twilight Princess?
No, I never did.
Guys,
That
I
one's
saw
one
it.
of the ones that I tried and didn't enjoy. So
what? That was my favorite one.
then you talk. Like if we get there, you can talk about it.
I
'cause
heard it was pretty good.
I'm not interested. Yeah, I'm not interested in shitting on a game that like is not for me because it doesn't mean anything about the quality of the game.
Like based on what I've heard, like it's not as good as Ocarina of Time or Majora's Mask, but it's or Wind Waker, but it's better than Skyward Sword.
It's its own flavor.
Yeah.
It's
Mhm.
its own flavor that I really appreciate. I appreciate the dark, gritty tone, the realistic.
That's definitely not my preference though.
That's
like-
not a lot of people's preference on Zelda games.
Yeah, and that's fine.
That's funny. I think that would be my preference, but that's
Wind Waker, like,
that's why.
Wind Waker is so my preference. Like
yeah,
and
that's what I mean. That's what I
and
mean.
like even then I was like, oh man, Breath of the Wild could have been more cartoony.
No, like I really want to try Majora's Mask because of that. Like I want to try that one, and I want to try Ocarina of Time
You
because I haven't.
definitely should play Ocarina first and then Majora's.
I haven't tried either of those, but those are the ones that still like I'm interested in.
I mean,
Yeah,
there's
the
also
classics.
Mask remake on the 3DS.
Yeah,
I heard that
Mhm.
one's like I heard that one changed some mechanics.
Yeah,
like
it
like it made it
Ocarina also did.
like it made you swim slower and shit and like
some of
it
the
nerfed
power-ups aren't as great.
yeah, and they just nerfed them for some reason.
I do have them on N64, but I never just whip it out and play it. So,
Totally do that.
We should
Wait.
totally whip it out and play it.
what is are any of them on the Switch? Have they been ported?
No.
No.
They should be
I
though.
mean,
We're
there's
waiting.
fan emulators, but you know,
We're waiting for Zelda 3D All Stars.
Right.
Zelda 3D. Everybody's hinting at it.
But honestly, like I'm a little scared.
What will they put
What's
on
gonna be on that? Like,
yeah,
what would he like?
Ocarina
Everyone's got a
of Time,
different
for sure.
answer.
yeah, definitely Ocarina.
Yeah, Ocarina.
But would it also would it be like Majora's Mask, or would they skip that? And
Yeah,
just put
Majora's Mask like massive enough.
would they put like Wind Waker and then
Yeah, they couldn't put Breath of the Wild. That's too big of a game.
Yeah.
Wind Waker and Twilight Princess? No, not Skyward Sword. I wouldn't think.
No, considering how hard that bombed.
Cartoony Zelda and then go with like Twilight Princess just to like mix it up.
I think
Yeah.
like give some variety.
Yeah, that's even if they do it. I
Right.
mean, they could just release all the games one by one on the each.
That seems to be like the most common answer is Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, and Ocarina.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be my
Like,
guess.
kind of the 3 stages of Zelda-ish, I guess. I mean, we're in this new stage of Breath of the Wild.
Cool. Yeah. So I said like
Though we would love to have Majora's Mask, so Nintendo, give us 4. Why not? Give us 4, or all of them. You know,
3 and All Stars, that wasn't enough.
like
Where's Galaxy 2?
yeah, that's true. Like they skipped the sequel for 3D All Stars.
I like how it started with I can't talk about Zelda, so let's talk about Zelda.
Yeah, and here we are.
All right.
It's almost like Chandler's a good thing to bounce off in this podcast,
Yeah.
just
So-
because we talk about it'd be cool if they did this.
No, yeah, this is fun.
Let's
So yeah, let's talk about what's on this list.
yeah, well, you got the list. You're the one with the list.
All right, I guess I'll start keeping track of this. But I'll just name off what we got. So, in not in the best order, so bear with me. We got Mario Sunshine, Mario Odyssey, Galaxy 1, which Chandler hasn't played, but that's fine.
I'm gonna play it.
Yeah. Yeah, you've been telling me you've been meaning to get into it. Super Mario Party for the Switch. We got, of course, Smash Melee, Brawl, and Ultimate. Put Brawl on specifically for you.
Smash All Stars.
Smash All Stars. Just have different versions,
Yeah.
or have it like in Master Chief Collection with the anniversary where you can just switch back and forth.
That'd be cool.
How would that work? Like you can just like, all right, I want this mechanic.
Hard now.
Yeah. That's
Still, that idea is cool.
That's reaching for the sun right there. We got Pikmin 2 specifically because I don't know nothing about 1 or 3.
I've heard about it, but I
And
haven't played
not nobody knows anything about that here in the shed, so
Mhm.
it's fine. We got Animal Crossing New Horizon, Mario Kart Double Dash, and 8 Deluxe. For the Zelda camp, we got Wind Waker and Ocarina of Time. That's pretty much going to be a you and me conversation, Chandler.
Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
And I don't know-
and Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know why you couldn't put that there.
Yeah, I put that there.
Breath of the Wild, have you?
I didn't
can
play
place
it
it.
like that much, but like I've seen many videos on it
It's-
and like looked a lot into it.
The final boss is pretty cool.
I'm gonna be getting into it really soon, like properly.
Yeah.
So
Pretty
Yeah.
good.
Also-
that'll still be a pretty good.
Yeah,
combo.
guys, don't worry for the games that any of us aren't experienced with. We're just gonna shut our mouths and let the people who have experienced it place it.
Or ask questions, you know.
Yeah.
We
Or
can.
just be like, and I heard this, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got new Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe. That one's going straight in the D tier just for the name. I want to get that out front.
Yeah.
Right.
I enjoyed it.
We got Mario Maker
Me
2.
too.
Okay.
Yeah, we all got that. We got Pokemon Gen 1 through 5 and 7, because who the fuck played 6?
Okay.
James will be part of that for like 1 through 3, and then we
Yeah.
can do 4, 5, and 7.
I could even talk about 4, but you'd probably rather me not. So
I'm open for discussions.
yeah.
I'm not too familiar with all the gens, but I have played Pokemon games.
Sure. We could just be like, oh yeah, this is this, you know. Like, I think we know enough
For
about the
certain
Pokemon.
starters.
Like we all are really familiar with Pokemon.
Right.
So we can at least like contribute something to that. We got Mario 3 for the NES.
Okay.
This is me like, oh yeah, there's more Mario that we could do. And of course the NES Mario.
The original.
The original.
Yeah, the original. And lastly, Kirby Air Ride.
Why?
I don't know. I just put that in there.
I was also
because
like, why?
because that
I guess
would
that'll be him.
no,
Skyler's
that's
the
you and
only
me.
One who likes Kirby Air Ride. And he's always trying to get us to play it. And we're just like, let's just play it.
Right.
See, now this is the reason why I
Uh,
put it on that list, so that way we can get this going.
Well, if we really end with that game, it's going to be pretty underwhelming.
Okay, we can do that. We can do that one first. We can
Yeah.
do that one first then.
Well, let's start
fine.
with that because it's just going to be you. It sounds
I
like.
know I'm gonna get a lot of people hating me for saying this, but like,
Okay, well,
it's just a reskin.
we'll get more into Air Ride in a minute. I didn't want to put more Kirby games, but like I haven't.
I haven't
played-
it.
I actually just started Kirby Dream Land 3. I think it was one of them.
Is that on the NES or?
It's the SNES.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because Switch has those like emulator
Right.
things, which I just like found out the other night, and I was like, oh fuck yes, because I've been meaning to get a lot to the
The NES Online?
SNES stuff. Yeah, the NES
You
and
haven't
SNES
touched that
Online.
yet?
Well, I did like
It's like one of the
2
first
nights
things that
ago.
I touched.
I forgot that it was there.
Yeah, fair enough.
Well, like not that I forgot. Like I've been busy because I just got a Switch too
Right.
as well. So I was like, oh, I don't know, slipped my brain. But yeah, so that's the list we got. I guess I'll open up a quick little tier list. This is hard to do and talk at the same time.
You're opening a tier list?
Well, like I was just putting it on my phone.
Oh,
really quick
okay.
to like keep track of this. Yeah, it's not like the most well-rounded list. Like there's some missing stuff, like a bunch of Zeldas.
We wouldn't even have enough time to do
The
everything.
Galaxy
No,
2.
yeah,
That's true. But
That's what I was saying. Like, people wonder, oh, why isn't this here? It's just we're talking about what we're familiar with.
yeah, and also this is a tier list. This isn't like your typical
not-
Shedheads episode where
Not the comprehensive Zelda list. Or
Yeah,
Zelda,
or not-
yeah,
it's not-
Nintendo list.
yeah, it's not entirely comprehensive. So all this is just like, don't take this too seriously. This is us placing games in tier lists just based on Kirby Air Eye being a reskin apparently.
I'd so much rather play Double Dash.
Yeah. So that's it. That's that.
So why don't you just kick it off with Kirby, because you're the only one who can talk about it, I guess.
Kirby Dreamland. I don't know. I played it for like
Skylar's favorite video game.
I love Kirby.
Yeah.
It's not my favorite, but I love him. Like,
Like Jigglypuff.
yeah, I mean, if we're talking Smash, then I love to play those too. But Kirby, like,
Not much Chandler here.
I don't know. Kirby's interesting. He's cute. I like him.
Bro, he's such a generic hero character.
Generic as in his design.
Yeah, well, not his design, just like the whole thing of like Dreamland and like how he's supposed to like. Doesn't he like see the people of Dreamland?
Is Dreamland in the Kirby universe generic? Like, I don't think so.
I feel like they could have designed a better looking character with better stuff, but like
I think you just wanted like a more
I
like
just don't enjoy it. That's what it is.
more complex looking character.
I just don't enjoy
Well, you
it.
got Meta Knight. He's more complex. He's got like a fucking mask and bat wings and a sword.
Yeah.
And
Right, he's a
fucking
black
cool.
ball.
I didn't enjoy it.
No.
He's a black ball. Yeah, I like the pink ball.
Right.
I mean, I think
King DDD too.
yeah. That's the villain.
Yeah.
Like, look at him. But like, you get into like the other like lore about Kirby, and then there's like a whole bunch of like cosmic shit,
Yeah.
like something out of Earthbound.
I did play that new Kirby game that just came out on the Switch, the 4-player one.
Yeah, I want to get into Kirby games like Epic Yarn. I played Kirby's Golf Course like a bit.
I played that.
That's it's fun in like a really dumb way, you know. Like that's a game you can't get mad at.
It's on the SNES, right?
Yeah, and it was on the
Played that on my mini console.
yeah, it was on the Mini too.
SNES.
That one's on the on SNES Online too for the Switch.
Oh,
But I think you can only do like co-op. That's a good one though for like just like the
Ooh.
separated Joy
I'll have
Cons.
to do that.
That'd be a neat game to do.
That's stupid, you know.
Oh yeah, it's actually it's really fun. I guess since we played. Wait, if you played Kirby Golf?
Yeah.
Okay, let's. All right, quick lightning round. Kirby Golf.
To like actually form an opinion, but like I know the basics.
Oh, okay.
Like I thought the idea was cool.
I think it's really fun.
Yeah, no, the idea is cool.
It's low key pretty bullshit, but it's pretty fun. You know, as most SNES games go, I
Really
guess.
advanced game for its time.
Yeah,
Think
it's
about
going
that.
all
Like,
3D and shit.
Yeah.
Physics too.
I mean, it's not really 3D, but like you know, it's 3D.
I mean, honestly, for the SNES in general, it's like those are some good shit.
Yeah.
Like Mario Kart came out on that too.
I really like the Mega Man X series. Like it,
Why is that not here?
It's not Nintendo.
Is it not?
No, it's
it's
Capcom.
Capcom.
Right.
Have you played Mega Man, James?
No, but I did insist that it should be on the list, and I guess I forgot it's not Nintendo.
Right.
Just because
There's a lot
like
of
he
things where it's
said,
like, oh, is that Nintendo?
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, we'd be here all day. If
He said you-
anything that's not Nintendo.
Yeah.
yeah, he said you knew and loved Mega Man. So I
Yeah,
was like, yeah, we
like
should
you're
put
really
it.
big into Mega Man, and I
Yeah,
want to
retro.
I want to get into the games too, like Mega Man X.
Yeah,
You know?
more of like a retro, like you have to like that.
Yeah. Well, like
novelty.
I've been meaning to just get into like a whole bunch of games, like classics like that,
Chrono
like
Trigger.
Mega Man X. I'm not really interested in Chrono Trigger.
Really? I think it's one of. Aaron Eagle Raptor Hansen's favorite games ever.
I mean, I heard it's like really good. I'm just not like
Yeah.
super interested in it. Maybe if I like learn more about it, that's usually how it goes.
Mhm.
You like, I don't know, but then like you read up into it, it's like, oh, that's actually really interesting.
Yeah.
Like that's a really good story or
I
whatever.
have no idea anything about it except what I just said.
the Nintendo game I've been meaning to like now that's on my list is Xenoblade Chronicles. I heard only good things about it, and judging from the music, I might just play it just for that. That music
It
slaps.
does look good.
That slaps so hard, dude. Slaps me right in the nutsack. This is a critical podcast now.
Well, yeah. I'm already not sure if I'm going to be able to timestamp this one or not.
Yeah,
Because this timestamp
whoa.
was supposed to be Kirby
This was
Dream
a pretty
Course
wild
or
tangent.
Air Ride or
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
Okay, so
whatever.
now let's get into Kirby Air Ride.
Okay.
I was just saying all this was just me being like, I want to play more Kirby games
Okay.
and Mega Man.
Now, Air Ride.
Air Ride. All right, Chandler.
Or is it Dream Course? What are we talking about anymore?
Play F-Zero.
I want to play F-Zero. But like, isn't that more competitive? Like Kirby Air Ride is kind of just more. I feel like it's more casual. It's just one button.
Mario Kart.
Yeah, but even then, Kirby Air Ride is still probably more
Legit, they
casual.
made one Kirby Air Ride game and they dropped it to die.
Yeah, it kind of sucks.
Yeah.
What about
There's a free roam world.
Not bad. I just don't enjoy it.
There was like an open world segment where you guys can like run around the city and like collect shit.
Oh, that's cool.
Like that's a cool mode.
Can you pick different like stars in the game?
Yeah, you can unlock different like cards.
Car, right?
Like it looks the same. Well, it has like the same HUD as Melee, but that's kind of like the HUD they used for the GameCube, like the font and all that. And I think they were developed like around the same time. But like, there's so much other shit because like you could like inhale enemies that are on the course and get their power up and to fuck up other riders.
That's pretty cool.
And like drifting powers up your fucking gun that you can shoot.
In Mario Kart 8. That's the ghost power up. They're like, boo, he steals other people's items.
Yeah, he steals other people's items. You're not stealing other people's items. Like you inhale an enemy, like a hazard. So that's as if in Mario Kart you like inhale a Goomba, or like imagine the Cappy mechanic in Mario Kart.
Also, this far predates Mario Kart 8.
Well, yeah, I think we're
Yeah.
saying 8 just as like a filler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was in Double Dash. It's good, very old. Just easily be Double Dash we're talking about.
Hmm.
They're pretty similar.
What about Diddy Kong Racing?
Diddy Kong Racing.
I'm
though.
fucking around.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah.
I forgot about it, and now I'm like, I
did it
kind of
come
want
out?
to play it. Isn't that for the
I
SNES?
don't know.
No, I think it's the 64.
Oh, 64. That could
But,
be very old.
Yeah,
and true.
I was just making a meme. What do you think about?
No, but I'm sure people love Diddy Kong Racing.
Mhm.
I don't know. I'm honestly willing to go like low B tier on Kirby Air Ride. That's my offer.
Chandler can argue with you because I have not the slightest.
I mean, think about it. Diddy Kong Racing, like, that's practically another racing game. Nintendo should just make a Bowser's Racing next, right?
But he's part of the Mario universe.
Anyone can have a racing game.
Yeah, and Kirby's not Mario, so like that explains why he kind of has his own game with his own mechanics.
Oh, okay.
I still
I see that.
prefer Mario Kart because like it kind of
I mean-
feels like real weird drifting and
Does
like
Kirby Air Ride have its place in the world? That's what I'm saying. Like, when people actually
Yeah,
sit down and play
l-
that
so-
over Mario
okay.
Kart.
with I don't think people will play if Mario Kart is an option.
Yeah.
To be honest,
More people are more familiar with that, too.
but like it's not like it's not good. That's
No,
why I'm
yeah,
like
it's
low
not.
B tier. You know,
Yeah.
we can even go high C tier, really. But like people like the game. You know,
Yeah, that-
it's got a following.
One player, two player, four.
It's 4-player.
Four player?
Yeah, and you get different color Kirby's and shit.
No.
I guess that is a point. Like when it
It's just real awkward to control and learn because there's only one button. So it's
As-
like, how do I
oh.
drift and speed boost and shit?
Yeah, as racing games go, like where's this sit? That's like a good perspective, I think.
Yeah, that's
Where-
Kirby
where-
games.
What do you
though.
think?
As a Nintendo game, though, where does this sit?
I mean, Kirby.
Well, we've got like
Did you
Mario
say-
Kart on here.
If we're talking about racing in general, then we gotta take everything. Like,
Yeah, Forza.
Forza and a GTA. I guess that's a racing game.
Yeah.
Well, we should adapt it to. Should adapt the conversation, right? Because we're talking about a racing game. How relevant is this racing game? Like we've got other racing games on this list. in Mario Kart.
I'm kind of just like
B is kind of high, is what I'm saying. Do we like? Are we happy with B?
I mean,
That's why I said low B is the thing.
I'll give it like a low B, sure.
Sure.
I'm willing to go C tier, honestly.
Because you really love that game.
Okay, I don't love it. I just want to make a case for it. I just want to like. My point is like, it's a gem. It's like it's like kind of underground almost.
I can't throw a ranking out.
I'll put it in C tier.
Where do you? Yeah, you should put that in C because like if you think about it, Mario Sunshine, like that's a low B game.
Really?
Yeah, because like, think about it. Like me and you, we really enjoyed it. Those are like top A games for us. But like for everybody else, like most people, they didn't play it like when the GameCube first came out.
So I guess we transitioned into Mario Sunshine.
Yeah, I guess that now we're talking about Sunshine.
No,
that's fine.
That's fine. Because
however it flows better.
It's on the list. Yeah, so we can talk about that next. And
there's no way I'm gonna let you say that it's low. Wait, you said it's B tier?
Yeah.
Okay, that's not terrible.
No,
I was like,
Sunshine's totally B.
B sounds like
I would argue for A also.
Yeah, no, it's my
Like
favorite.
that's like a almost a standard of Mario now.
Did you play that one all the way? Like,
Mario Sunshine?
yeah. Do you have your okay? And you did?
I played it a bunch, not all the way through, like myself physically, but I've seen it all the way through to the end.
Yeah,
And I played it a lot when I was younger.
Okay, so that one I have more experience with. I watched, the full Grumps playthrough.
Same.
And
It's one of their best series. It's really fun, really funny. Okay, so yeah, we all
real good.
We're all Grumps fans. Channel's a
so-
closet Grump fan.
Yeah.
Not really talking about it.
No, I love their series on it, and I played not a whole lot of it, but what I got out of playing it was a pretty janky experience.
It was pretty.
So I don't know.
It kind of is, but like a lot of GameCube games are, honestly. I don't
Right.
know how that controls is the thing. That's why it's not on this list, sadly.
It looks like a lot of fun.
I really want to get into it. I really want to get into 64. That's on my list. Like, but
Mhm.
Sunshine is first.
Nintendo's first shot at 3D, so of course it's gonna be like that.
Yeah, but like they still did really good for it being their first time in 3D.
Mario
Yeah,
64.
Sure.
Like,
Oh yeah,
they,
that's
they knocked it out of the park.
Came out right beside that.
Yeah,
And then Nintendo
which
64.
also set the standard for 3D combat.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, that's pretty incredible what they did with the N64. Great system.
Mario
Good shit.
64 is a great example of like a game that's not on here that's like criminal not to have.
At the same time, it looks like shit, and I don't want. And the controller, like, what is that? I don't ever want to touch it.
Are you talking
Good
about?
system though.
You talking
Great,
about-
great stuff on it.
Remade.
Yeah, I know. I'm just kind of like,
You're talking the 64.
yeah. I'm just,
Okay.
I'm just like, that's my feelings on the N64. But
Okay.
Sunshine though.
Yeah, back on Sunshine. I like I said, I can't add much. I actually would be also content with B tier from my knowledge of the game, having seen it and having tried it. Just feeling it's janky, but I feel like if you get it down, like some games you learn to live with the jank, then you can have a great time with it.
Wasn't Mario Sunshine like rushed too? Like, wasn't it super rushed? That's also part of the unpolished.
I don't know. I feel like a lot of games are like Melee was like Rush 2, but look at how that turned out.
It wasn't a launch title.
Like it don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I don't think it like it didn't. I don't think it looked rushed like near the end.
Melee?
No, Sunshine.
Sunshine? I mean, it doesn't look like a rush game, but like, I think I've heard people say it was.
Yeah. Well, like if you can't tell, then that means like
Yeah, that's
yeah.
a good point.
It like it was rushed, but like they pulled it off. Like
Right.
they still closed it out.
They had to put it on small.
Because usually a rushed game means like it loses polish and like kind of steam near the end. Like you can kind of tell like, oh, this looks jank. This is a little buggy. This wasn't like clearly not much that was put into this end game as like the beginning part where like there are all the trailers and like people playing and advertising it and shit.
Right.
At least with games now,
Cyberpunk.
like it kind of like, I guess it started higher and then it like got more and more noticeable as like the bigger games got.
Right. I mean,
Right.
AAA games, they take so much to develop. Like, there's just so much. of it.
Yeah, like there's just more and more resources they're putting into it, so it makes sense if they put this much effort into, say Sunshine or another game back then. Who knows what we would have fucking had?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Oh, who knows? They'd probably like put more effort.
what about Mario Strikers? Have any of you guys played
Hmm.
that?
No.
What?
No, I haven't even
I've
heard of
never
that.
heard that.
Oh my god! It is like Mario Soccer with like everybody from the Koopa Kingdom, but like you can beat the fuck out of like all the other people, and like you can hit them, you can head.
It sounds like lights, camera, pants.
You can like
That's great.
kick a soccer ball like into their face and have them fall on the floor, and like the goalie is like an alligator that's like really like athletic and like can grab balls like that and stuff.
They grab balls.
Oh, the crocodile in Smash.
No,
No,
that's
Mario
that's
Strikers.
that's from Donkey Kong.
Oh, okay.
Strikers, it's a soccer game.
King K. Rool.
It sounds like a mix of Mario Party and Wii
Oh
Sports.
my god, it's so good. It's so good.
I've never seen it before. I'll take your word for it.
Buy it for you.
I'll take your word
Buy
for it.
you.
Sounds
Um,
interesting. But
Right.
this is the Sunshine top like
Yeah,
conversation.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to timestamp this one, so maybe we don't need to keep it. So like, this is the Sunshine Talk. Do
Yeah,
we decide on B?
but we gotta reach some form of conclusion on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I know, James, you're not like really big on the or maybe YouTube channel that you're not big on like how the world is designed, where like you get the shine, it kicks you out, and then you go in, and then you get like a second stage of the world.
That was like
Like I know, James, you prefer the Odyssey, right?
No, I don't like that. I think it was the Mario formula for what most people consider to be the best Mario games, but
Like 64.
I much prefer like the Odyssey approach, which came much later. But yeah, I don't know.
I mean, Mario games, they've always had that same formula.
Exactly. Yeah.
Galaxy, you know?
Well, since like 64, right? You go into a place, you come out after you get the star, and then you
it
go
kicks
back.
you out of the painting, and then
Yeah.
you go back in, and then it's like,
Oh,
world
yeah.
3, then 4, then 5,
Mhm.
and it does that for 120. You know,
Really can't
Same
say I'm a
evolution.
fan of that, which is a pretty.
Why don't you like it?
I'd rather.
I could see why.
trying to get closer to the mic.
Yeah. Oh. Well.
No, like get right up on it, like almost like it's ASMR. Like
Yeah,
you're
I know.
yelling in their
Right
ear.
on it.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Just because you essentially are in the same area, a lot longer than I feel like I really want to be when I'm playing a game.
It feels repetitive to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's.
Oh, also Galaxy did the same approach too that we're talking
I
about.
want like kind of a different. Yeah, it did. And I didn't love that about that game either. But
but
I guess like I like either the variety or with Odyssey, there's not a ton of stages. Honestly, there's like 8 or 9 or something. But each one is like quite big. I guess like there's
Kingdom's huge.
yeah,
there's a lot of
they have
area.
really big levels in Odyssey, but
There's
that's
a
because
lot-
there's more
yeah.
you
There's
know things and like
Right, there's
content
much
in
more to
Odyssey.
yeah. I'd like to see Mario platformers go forward in the vein of Odyssey rather than like a return to form. Wherever we're going from here.
Are you talking
Personally.
about 2D Mario games or just Mario games?
No,
You're
like
talking
the
about
3D, the 3D
How
platformers.
do you talking specifically about level design?
Oh, okay.
I think that's interesting though, because doesn't it also like give it like break it up more when you go back into a level and then it's a new way of exploring that same level? Like that should be that should be a sign of like, oh, this is good level design because there's like multiple angles
Yeah,
you can
like the
you can go with it.
and guide you unseemingly. Like,
Yeah, like you see like paths and shit, and it's like with Galaxy, since everything was like spherical, you know.
yeah.
I'm surprised we didn't make that joke once in Galaxy.
No.
Now I'm hurt. Wow. Yeah, there's all these different angles now that you can go because it manipulates gravity and things like
Right.
that.
Right.
But with Sunshine even too, like you get to like the third stage and then you get to the platforming part where it gets where your flood pack and then it's a
Right.
whole new level pretty
Right.
much.
People were saying that like Mario Sunshine with just the levels where you lost flood, that would have been a great game all within itself.
Really, I heard those the most infuriating parts
Really?
and the toughest too.
It's because people are so used to flood.
That's true. Like flood is a crutch in terms of platforming though.
Oh yeah.
Like
100%.
in terms of that,
Have you seen the hoverless Mario Sunshine when they complete it without using flood?
that'd be sick.
Yeah. No. Look it up.
I'd give him props, but I would not want to do that.
Yeah. No. It's a pretty sweaty thing to do.
Pretty sweaty. Speedrunning's pretty sweaty.
Well, yeah, on your point, about just all the different angles you can explore the level. For me, that sounds good in theory, but in execution, I'm really tired of the level after the second time, really. Like
that's just a personal take.
yeah,
man.
I'm already like
So how do you play multiplayer games?
multiplayer.
How would you play Halo if it's the same map over and over?
Oh, I don't know because I don't play multiplayer games really.
I was
But
gonna say also. Oh fuck.
but there's a lot of variables to that, I guess.
Yeah, because
if you are playing a multiplayer game, then in the sense that everyone you're playing with is a human player, every time you play it, it will be a completely different experience.
right.
Yeah.
But I grew real tired of New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe and those levels.
Oh, is that what we're doing
Why?
next? Yeah, I don't know.
We'll
He
do
hates
that one
game.
next. We'll do that one next. But so
I
let's
think it's
close
great.
out. Let's close out Sunshine. Yeah. What do we think about it?
We'll get to
Great power ups.
Yeah,
Good
they're
shit.
great.
They do. Like I love how Mario can fucking like spray the water and then slide. That makes sense.
Have you seen the
It's a
Super
game
Mario
speed.
Sunburn mod? Super Mario Sunburn for Super
Does this
Mario
just make him sunburn him?
Yeah.
Okay.
It like cleans up a lot of like stuff, and I think it adds more.
Oh, I see. I see.
It's a mod.
Okay, it's like a fully mod.
Yeah.
Also, the art style and music, good shit.
Yeah.
In
You can
Sunshine.
always jam out to that.
I think it looks great. I think it sounds great. I think
Yeah.
like I said, it really looks like a lot of fun. That's why I watched the whole thing. But when I played it, I was like, oh, this is a nightmare. Like just because
I
the
still
way it
enjoyed
controls.
playing it when I was
Yeah, no,
younger.
the controls are pretty janky.
Yeah, that was the main thing for me. Mario's got like this weird kind of momentum to him that it's hard to master.
I'm sure you'll get used to it though, like over the course of the game.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
willing to
sure.
put it in B tier though.
I'm sure. I
With
would go
everything
B.
we've
I put it
been.
in a low B.
I'd go B.
Okay, we'll keep it in mid B then for now. All right, so now let's go to New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe. Blah, blah, blah. No, fuck that name.
Yeah, why not?
Nintendo, what are you doing?
It's New Super Mario Bros. U
Oh, we're talking
Deluxe.
about the deluxe.
I get. Well,
Too, right?
if you want,
Yeah.
it's pretty much the same game
It's exactly the same.
It's
as
the
the
same.
Wii U one.
They
Yeah.
released it like 3-4 times and just slapped a new thing on it.
Well, it
I
might.
honestly felt like my money got stolen after I bought it.
It might.
I honestly thought.
Did
was
it have
a good
that?
game.
Did it have Luigi on it?
Yeah, no, it had Luigi.
Okay.
too, and then it had the regular U Deluxe, but like. they're
Okay, so
the same game.
that's why it's deluxe because it has the Luigi levels.
Right.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, why does it have the deluxe label?
Yeah, because it's like the Luigi one is supposed to be harder.
Now, my issue with talking about deluxe specifically is that they got rid of a mechanic on the Wii U version. Did you play the Wii U version?
Yeah, I did actually.
Where there could be like a fifth player who just like puts blocks in the
Yeah,
level.
yeah.
Yeah, like I know like that's just an extra crutch that like no one really needs that. It's not the hardest game, but like it does allow for a fifth person to play, which is something.
Right.
We use that function a lot. Having a group of more than just 4 people over at my
They
house.
took that out of the Switch version.
Yeah.
There's nothing that places. There's no choice.
Yeah. So I do think that's something worth talking about, but it's not what Skylar's issues were with the game. So I want to hear that because I think it's a pretty solid game.
It's pretty weak.
I think it's like fine,
Yeah,
like
it's a-
mostly. Yeah, it's like pretty. It's decent, you know. It does what it's doing, which is being a Mario side scroller. Like it's really
Looks great.
It's really inspired off of Mario 3 and Super Mario World.
Isn't it inspired off of Super Mario Bros. Wii?
Well, no, it's based on Super
Yeah.
Mario Bros. Fucking Super Mario World on the SNES.
And it's very
This is like
much
the overworld where like there's different paths and shit that line up, how the lives work and all that.
Okay.
And kind of like the level design too. But my issue is like it's really hard to get a gauge on progression through its levels. So like in World 1 you get like the grassy plains and everything.
Right.
Everything's fine. It's easy. Yeah, so it's a really easy level. And then like 5 worlds later you get the same thing. where it's
Yeah.
like it's just
Okay.
grassy plains, and there's like maybe a few other things to do. The other things to do in the secrets in the levels are really good. Like I'm all for that. It's branching out. Just my issue is like it's really repetitive in its
Right.
design,
I mean,
which is fine to have levels that are repetitive. Yeah. Yeah, and that's fine. Like I recognize that that's what it's doing, and that's why like a lot of the other players have like difficulty curves. It's literally just the levels that I'm just like, you know, because like it's fine to have repetitive levels, but like if it's strung out after like okay, you get grassy plains, then you get the dungeon, then you get like the sky one, and then we're back on the grassy plains, and
Well,
then
when
we're
you-
back in the dungeon. Now we're in the castle. Now here's a boss.
When you go back to the grassy areas, it is the I think you're in the soda forest, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pop forest.
So like it's actually supposed to be based around the like the purple water stuff that you can't fall in.
Right.
Like that's the idea.
The water levels are actually pretty decent too.
It does feel like we're doing grass again, but like yeah, it's supposed to be based around the soda, I guess. Water levels? You mean like the underwater levels?
Yeah.
I mean,
Like the
Sure.
swimming. Well, okay, compared to
Most
I've
water
always
levels?
hated swimming levels.
Yeah.
compared to Mario NES or Mario 3. There's water levels in Mario 3, right? I
Right.
forget.
Yeah, there is.
Or Super Mario World, you know, or swimming a real jank. It's not that jank here. It's still an underwater level,
Yeah.
but like, you know, I'm not gonna be yelling at the game because I got hit by a blooper. Like if I get hit by a blooper, I'm like, oh damn, I didn't swim right. Instead of
like Mario Bros. Deluxe was a good replacement for people who wanted Mario Bros. Wii on the Switch to play with their family. Does that make sense?
yeah.
Because like they're
Mhm.
not just gonna bring Wii over, they're gonna bring Deluxe. Because like
Oh yeah, like it's great. It honestly makes perfect sense for the Switch
Yeah,
because it's like it's really geared towards a co-op experience,
right.
which is what the Switch's like design was for.
Yeah,
And
which
honestly,
is
it's like why did they come out for the Wii U?
which is why I thought we had like a pretty great time doing it on the channel.
Yeah, it's a fun
'Cause-
time.
It's when I wouldn't play it alone, so maybe that says something.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't play it alone.
Yeah, exactly.
Me neither. If anything, though, like playing it alone might even show like how
But there,
simply repetitive it is too.
to be honest, there are a lot of games I won't play alone, so that's not a great argument from my perspective. Maybe Chandler can add to that, but
I don't really like playing it unless I have like Violet around me or like a friend.
mhm.
Like I feel like
Yeah, or
I
family.
enjoy, like,
Yeah.
a role-playing game like Cyberpunk or Skyrim.
Something that is more geared towards single player.
Yeah.
But even then, like I can play multiplayer stuff single player mode.
Right,
you know.
right.
Mhm. Just like an easy thing that wins out for me is the I guess was the art style. You know, my favorite like skin of Mario is the new Super Mario
The
skin.
3D looking dude.
Yeah, I really like how it looks, and it's like it's less stylized than something like Mario World, but it does it for me.
I think it looks
Yeah,
really
yeah,
identical.
It
It
loo-
gets the job done for people who want a Mario.
I think to me, it's just kind of like a 3D imagining of what was going on with the SNES.
Yeah.
And I think it's like nice and lush and pretty. I enjoy it. I think like they did a good job of kind of reintroducing some of the soul after the Wii game, because I would agree that like this follows most closely in the footsteps of the Wii
Yeah.
with the Wii Mario, but I think they brought back some life to it just by spicing up the color palette even a bit and adding some
Got Toadette in
Oh,
there, too.
yeah.
adding some new
Also, I do love that the enemies are synchronized with the music
yeah.
and like ba ba. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
adorable. The little baby Yoshi things that like you can use to
I swear,
float and eat shit. They're adorable. It's really cute.
All the plants and animals dancing is like on payday.
Also-
Walk out of work, you're
Also,
like,
Peachette. Do we even need to like? We know what she did to the internet. Like
Bowsette?
all the good stuff. Bowsette. We got Bowsette because of this
"Man,
game.
I only-
forgot about that."
yeah, I only
Forgot
remember-
my subconscious.
Right. I only remember Bowsette because that was the meme.
So we got that out of this game.
Well, I don't know. I'm probably not going to argue with any placement of it. I'd probably go B again, and they're not just going to put everything in B.
Nah, no.
The higher tiers are going to be pretty populated soon. I feel like
it should be a C.
Sure.
C.
Yeah.
I was gonna say B, but below Sunshine.
It's not a bad game. It's just like Nintendo didn't put as much effort into it as they did with Mario Maker. Is what I'm saying.
Oh well, yeah, I agree with that, but
that's why it's in a C tier.
I might like Mario Maker more than you guys. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I would put I'd say B. You could probably go either way.
I'll put it in high C tier then,
Okay.
Sure.
because I think I agree with Chandler, but like it is still pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
So what do we got next? This is the first time we didn't transition to something. What do we mention during that conversation?
What did we mention?
Yeah, what other we listed some other Mario games.
I don't know. Mario World.
Yeah, we got Super Mario World on here.
That's all you guys.
You played Super Mario World, right, Chandler?
Yeah.
Good shit, huh?
It's basically Super Mario 3. Mario Bros. 3.
Did that have like the overworld design too? Yeah, okay, it did.
It was just a reskin. I like Mario Bros. 3 better though, probably because I grew up playing that.
I see.
Yeah, I think a lot of people who are like real familiar with 3 and World would absolutely argue there's a big difference.
I love the
I don't know the difference.
well, you have Yoshi in Mario World.
Because back then there was a lot of innovation, which is why people don't really love the new Mario games. But having not lived through that time or having like played any of them much at all, I just can't speak to it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if either of you guys can either, but I do think World and 3 were known for being some of the biggest innovators of the games.
Yes, like they're probably the best Mario games like that are around.
Yeah, no, I 100% would go back and play it.
Like classics.
Yeah.
Pretty standard for 2D for the side-scrolling Mario.
That's why those ones in particular are included on Mario Maker.
Yeah, I've got a preference though personally. Like I got a strong bias for the 16-bit stuff. Like I love that art style and what it does with it more than 8-bit NES. Also the music, like everyone knows like the overworld theme with Yoshi and shit from this game. Yeah.
Mario World introduced like the kind of new color palette too, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did. It's not just 8 colors anymore.
Yeah, I'm looking it up just to see a side by side.
The soundtrack in Mario Bros. 3 is really good. Like in the first one, where like the little cactuses are
Mario Bros. 3 is so incredibly solid.
I like how you save a king instead of a princess.
Really?
Yeah.
I never played it to the end.
Like 8 kings.
I never played it to the end. I got real close.
World 1, you save like a prince.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a good little side by side here, but again, all I have to go off of is like, oh, it's that skin of Mario, and like I guess for me, most of my experience again comes from how people have used these skins in Mario Maker, and I think I do prefer like the slightly more advanced Mario World
in terms of looks.
And that's as much as I can add to it. They also is this where they
it's
added?
for the SNES.
Oh.
Is this where they added the spin jump too?
Yes,
or was
I was
that
just
in
about to
3?
say like you got spin.
So that's
in
important.
Mario World.
Oh, yeah,
It's pretty important.
That is important.
Yeah.
Can't argue with that.
So I think I'd go with this one over 3, but the rest of the conversation is gonna be you two, I guess, and you guys can place it because I don't know.
I think they're both really like equal. I think they're on kind of equal playing fields here.
They're both their own flavor.
Yeah.
Can't argue. They both do like things great.
They're really similar, but like they have their own things going for them. Like Mario 3, like I said, really fucking solid experience. I love the gambling shit that you can do, and
the card
and to in a run and try to like get the star.
Get the mushrooms and everything.
Yeah, well, like at the end of each level, I mean, where like it goes to black, and like you have to jump at the right time to get like the star.
The flute too, so you could do like world skips.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the thing.
But like, damn, that game kicked my ass. That game is real hard.
Mario Bros. 3.
Yeah.
It is a little difficult.
Like, the fucking pirate ship with all the cannons firing off,
Yeah.
and you have to like
yeah.
duck and weave and shit.
Yeah, yeah.
The fucking sun in the desert level where like you're sinking in, but he's on your ass the whole time.
The sun level.
The sun, God.
Every sun.
Oh my God. Did he whoop me?
Yeah, I can say about these two is I would be interested to go back and play it even by myself.
I would probably be more likely to play Super Mario World than Mario 3.
Same, I would agree.
But I played a bunch of Mario. I played more Mario 3 than I have Super World, honestly.
Is it?
I
Yeah.
still have like a lot of good memories
I
of Mario
picked up
3.
New Super Mario World like maybe 3 years after I played Mario Bros. 3. And like when I picked it up, I was just like, ew, what is this?
Uh-huh.
Like I just couldn't get over like, I don't know, I'm just used to Mario being more pixely. You know?
Yeah, gotcha.
No,
Yeah.
And Mario 3 also did give us the Tanuki suit.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
that's wild.
Flower too.
truth.
The pea flower.
The P wing.
P block.
The pea thing. Yeah, where you smack it and then it's like bam 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 bam. Yeah.
So yeah, the hard part is placing these because
You got the vines in Super Mario World too.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, where do we place
You
these?
got the coins too.
Like they're real solid games here.
like
I would put them in a solid 8.
yeah, I was like
They stood the test of time.
Yeah, they're still good. Like how we're talking
People
about them
still
now.
wanna play them. I still want to play 'em.
They're classics,
Yeah.
like standards.
yeah, like one of these maybe could be an S if one of us was more familiar, but I don't think any of us can place it there personally.
Yeah, I agree.
I put it in an A.
Which one is higher? Are they on the same level
They're
though?
exactly the
Okay, they're on the same level.
same.
We're not gonna get
Well,
into
I
that.
think we all agreed like a little that World has the edge, but we can place them in the same category.
Yeah, well, they're both in A tier,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
So I guess now with this momentum of Mario, let's go back just a little bit further. The NES version.
Everyone's played this one, and it's not.
Everyone's played
It's
this one.
it's very important, but it's definitely
Kids, this was the
It's
first
very
ever
underwhelming,
video
yeah.
game.
it's the first ever video game. That's true. It's a true statement. No, yeah, I'm with you, Chandler. It is underwhelming. It's very important though.
Yeah. It's
Um,
important.
and that's kind of the discussion that you can have about it, I guess. Like that's it right there.
It's so influential,
So
and it spawned just a lot of like side-scrolling platforming in
It-
general.
Mario
But yeah, it
Mario
is.
2, though.
It isn't that eventful compared to Mario 3 or 2. I
Um,
never played 2.
Yeah,
though.
unlike some of the ones we just talked about, the more seminal games, this one is not. It doesn't hold up quite as well.
No.
I don't know if it doesn't hold up.
World 1-1 is like
I can draw you World 1-1. Like, that's how
Yeah.
iconic it
You
is.
wanna know
Even World
something?
1-2.
I did
Hmm.
just pick up Mario Bros. And started playing it like a couple months ago when I got my Game & Watch thing.
Yeah.
right.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
I got one of those. It got Mario Bros. 1 and Mario Bros. The Lost Worlds on there. It's pretty good.
Oh shit, The Lost Worlds.
It's a nice little like retro item.
Mhm.
That.
So you
They got more expensive though.
Yeah.
So like you made some money off of it.
So like if you think about it, like
recently played the first one.
yeah, if you think about it, like it does have its
And-
place, like you said.
And actually, like a few years ago, when you were gonna get into speedrunning, you wanted to speedrun the NES Mario.
Yeah, I can beat it in
So you-
under like 13
Yeah,
minutes.
you played it a bunch.
Yeah. Back in the day.
That's like your game,
Yeah,
pretty
I wanted
much.
to get into speedrunning. I was thinking about doing Super Mario Sunshine as well, but I was like, so many other things I'd rather do, and like I'd rather play games and spend time with my friends.
Enjoy it instead of like you
No way to
practicing
waste time,
practicing a frame perfect glitch. Like that's just stressful, but I respect the fuck out of it.
Yeah, it's respectable for sure.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. This one's weird too, isn't it? Because it's floating around
Yeah,
a B or a C.
It's
but
just like, oh, it's great.
it feels very
disrespectful.
disrespectful to put it in
Yeah,
C.
that'd be so
No,
disrespectful.
yeah, it does not deserve a C. I feel like just because, I mean, I think it's the most sold Mario game, isn't it?
I don't know. Is it? I'll
don't
look
know.
that up. You guys have
I'll-
stuff to say about it,
okay.
so you do that.
Okay, so James will look it up.
Yeah, if not, Mario 3 is the most sold Mario game with the most.
It got
copies.
like everybody playing games. Like that, like Kickstarter. So
I would-
like everything, pretty much.
Right.
I would guess 64 is the best-selling Mario. But if we're talking about
But like, if you like buying a copy of it now, it's in good condition. It's worth so much money.
Oh yeah.
Like
Heck yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Even though you can play it on anything anywhere. Like,
okay, best-selling Mario games. This would actually just be a cool list to read out, but I guess I won't. 3, 2, 1. It is the best-selling one
Yeah.
at 40 million. But this copy is from when? Or this list is from November 2020. So yeah.
40
I
million.
think also like.
But Mario Kart on the Wii is the second best-selling, so that's a little strange.
Mario Kart on the Wii.
Yeah.
It makes sense. It was the best-selling console.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. You're right.
Like, I can believe that. There's a lot of hype around Mario Kart Wii.
Yeah, I liked it. That was great. I loved it.
Mm-hmm. And then New Super Mario Bros. Oh, that's the Wii one. Okay, yeah.
Super Mario Bros. Wii.
Yeah, okay, so those make sense.
I mean, they're the best-selling consoles.
So yeah,
Let's see, we also got sorry Mario, your princess is in another castle meme.
yeah.
Also, the game is instantly recognizable.
Oh,
Like
yeah, yeah.
that is like one of the most universal games.
Everybody knows who Mario.
It's almost like Tetris, where like it's just so simple to understand
Right. Yeah, get from point A to point B. Everybody knows that.
and avoid anything that's moving.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. So B.
And there's also 2 buttons.
I guess we'll go with B.
Do we really want to give
I
it
don't
B?
feel like it deserves that. I feel like it deserves an
Really?
I feel like it deserves A as
A.
well.
Yeah.
I'll have it known that I'm going B, but you guys can put it in A.
Okay.
Because
Well, place
I
it-
think we agreed immediately that's not as good as the other two.
I didn't agree to that. I didn't.
Oh,
buy into
really?
that. No, I didn't subscribe to
As
that.
3 in world?
No,
You think it's on the
just
level?
like how some people haven't subscribed to this. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Sleeping? Yeah.
Wait,
it's sti-
you really don't
well,
think,
it is noon, so who's sleeping?
you really don't think that World and 3 are on a whole nother level from this?
Well,
mean, if you wanna make
they
it
were
S
built
tier,
off of this, so like,
Yeah, that all right.
well,
Fair enough. Fine.
Like they were built off of it,
Yeah. Okay.
but like I still put it underneath 3 in world.
Yeah, but
So it's in mid to low A tier, or at least it's the lowest one for right now. All right, so then do we segue on into Mario Kart since we talked about that for like a second?
We doing all the Mario, or do we want to break it up?
I feel like we should break it up.
All right, yeah, let's break it up. Split up, gang.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck we talk about now? What do you want to talk about, Chandler? What's on your mind?
Have any of you guys played F-Zero?
No, but
No,
that's
go
not,
for
that's
it.
not on this list. But sure, if you want to talk about
I
F-Zero,
haven't played it.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
I was asking for-
I would love to see a new F-Zero game
I'd
on
like to
Switch,
try it.
like a faster, more competitive like Mario Kart,
Oh yeah, yes, I'd be totally down for that. And then it wouldn't be anything like that.
and that can get people into fucking into the series. Because I never knew what Captain Marvel was from.
Captain Falcon.
Captain Falcon.
Yeah.
Captain
I'm
Marvel.
I'm an idiot.
Look at that.
He looks like Captain Marvel.
The Joy-Cons would be great for like the steering and everything, like just how it is in Mario Kart.
Yeah, you can use motion controls, but if it's going like real fast and zoom, why would you? I just want it zoom as fuck.
Nintendo.
I will say a handful of years ago I tried
That's true. They're gonna be like tilt controls though.
Star Fox 64 and didn't feel like that game stood the test of time. But
It is pretty.
it's pretty like basic, I guess. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't give you a whole lot to do in 2020
At
or-
the
or
time, it was
2021,
probably like, oh my
whenever.
god, I can shoot shit in space.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's known as a total classic.
Could you imagine like growing up back then when that was like so interesting and shit?
Yeah.
God, I'm fucking jealous.
I remember when Battlefield 3 came out, and the graphics aren't even that great on that game. And I was like 12 years old, and I remember thinking like, oh my god, this looks so amazing.
Yeah, and they had
Practically the same thing.
that
I don't know
mechanic.
what the first game was that I thought it looked amazing.
They had that mechanic where you could like turn into all the different. Oh, that was Battlefield 2. I'm thinking of. Okay. Yeah, forget that.
Have either of you played Castlevania?
No.
Nope.
I mean, I played it, but I haven't played enough of it.
You should. It's really hard.
Yeah.
It's hard as
that's why I
fuck.
dropped it.
Symphony
It's-
of the
it's-
Night.
It's I don't know how people can like get through that like back on the NES when if you died it resets you to the whole fucking beginning of the level.
Right.
the sad
I'm just like,
situation.
damn.
Well,
Yeah, I know, but like it's just tough.
again, we don't have copies of the list, so if you want to bring us into new territory, that's for you to do.
I mean, I would love to, but like we should have printed it out. I don't know why we didn't.
Yeah, I was.
I mean,
going
y'all
to.
could just name a game that's probably on here.
No, you do it. You've got the list in front of you.
You suck.
Hey, so our timer does go to 60. Cool.
Cool. So, but it'll probably stop at 99.
Yeah, it will. Okay, Animal Crossing.
Okay, cool. Let's talk about Animal Crossing.
That game warmed my heart. All I gotta say.
Oh,
Okay, you know, I feel like this is going to be quite a
That's cute.
contentious topic here.
is it? I don't know.
I don't know, maybe because you two are in your own camps of like you love Animal Crossing, Chandler.
Yeah, I think it's great.
You think it's great. Dame doesn't like it,
What?
and I'm like in the middle of,
No.
of you two.
But I'm not gonna.
You're so cold.
I got like a foot in each camp. James has a cold heart. Yeah, he wears all black. Look at him.
These stupid characters trying to talk to me.
You're literally in all black, dude.
That's racist.
Yeah.
I have
alright.
white socks on. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, I have yellow socks on, kind of.
Yeah, what you wore yesterday. Change your socks.
No, I need to.
Do your laundry, you freak. You too, Chandler.
Invite you to my house, my laboratory, like this.
Yeah.
Layer.
No, I
You too,
decided.
Chandler. You've been wearing the same thing since 2015.
Yeah. You're not.
I mean,
wor-
same actually. Look at me.
You're not.
We're
wor-
both. Look
Yeah.
at us.
Found my style and I stuck with it.
Yeah, the guys right here.
You weren't worth me showering and changing yet. I had like 20 minutes.
That damn tough.
No, I'm not gonna like take anyone to task over Animal Crossing. Whatever.
I love Animal Crossing.
It's another Zelda situation. There's some Nintendo games that I just don't get it with, I guess.
I mean, that's me with Pikmin.
You found Animal Crossing though really boring and tedious to do.
Mm-hmm. I did. And I did play it as you are supposed to for over 2 weeks. And I just never felt any differently about it. It did feel like a chore every day, which is
Yeah, I could see that.
I could definitely see that as well. But like,
yeah.
I see it as a product as if like you're not immersed in the world. But that's not like it's not your fault. I'm not saying that's like a fault of anybody. Like, you know, oh, you don't like it because you're not. It's like, oh, it's probably just why. Because like people who get like use it as like an escape or whatever,
Yeah.
and like get really into it, then they become immersed in what they're doing.
Yeah, you're used to me like going to town on this game, but I really don't care if people enjoy it.
You mellowed out.
Well, I'm especially mellowed right now because we don't have all the time in the world today, and I've been up for.
No, yeah, we do have.
I got 3 hours of sleep.
We
and
do have about an hour.
If we
still
talked
left.
about, I could talk about this game at length, but still at the end of everything that I could say, I'd be like, people like it, I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just ultimately not your preference.
Right.
And
No,
there's
I-
like some factors at play that were like, oh, this could be potentially why some people can't enjoy it. you know?
For me, there would either need to be more urgency to the game, or I guess just
It doesn't seem to punish you no matter how far in debt you go,
No, you don't get punished. Not at all.
which is like, damn, it was like right there
You
because
could
like,
get attacked by a swarm of bees. And
Yeah.
yeah, or like get bit by a spider. Yeah, like I saw like, oh, that's like scary getting chased around by a spider. What happens? Oh, you get like, well, like you get sent back home if you get hit another time after
Right.
like you have to like sleep in between, but you don't lose money.
No.
You're just like, oh, I'm back here.
no, but
They're like Minecraft. You can always just run back and get your items.
Yeah, but like even in Minecraft, like it's like a potential that you'll lose everything. Like if you die in lava,
Always
or if you die way too far from home and you don't know where you died.
Yeah. That
So
was always a pain,
yeah, or like if you died really far away and you didn't get there in time because
Right.
there's a time limit.
Right.
The game did fuck all to tell you that shit though.
Yeah. No. Yeah. No.
there is the what was I just gonna say? Oh, there's even more urgency to something like Sims. Like, there's a lot more at stake.
Yeah, there's a lot more to manage. In
Yeah,
Sims, like to micromanage. But that's like kind of in its own type of game, really. That's more like Overcooked than it is Animal Crossing, really.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. You can kind of say that about anything. You could say, oh, well, then it's kind of like Minecraft in a way, but then you say, no, it's not like Minecraft.
Well, though they're comparable aspects with it.
Yeah,
Like, I think the game that's most comparable to is Stardew.
Yeah.
and I don't. I haven't tried Stardew. I'll say that, but I haven't been interested because it seems like this kind of thing, right?
I don't think James would be into it because it is, again, a more open game.
Yeah, you'd probably look at it
and
like
more.
you look at Animal Crossing.
Yeah, it's kind of an investment. Though I was drawn way more into Stardew, like in the beginning phase.
I can.
than Animal Crossing did.
Oh.
Animal Crossing, it kind of plops you and you're in this fucking tent, and I'm just like, oh, cool.
Just like, okay,
How long is it gonna be before I have a house?
It's my city.
I can fall in love with games where like people will say nothing happens, like Night in the Woods. But
I mean, that's a story-based game.
yeah, it's
and I wouldn't say
even then
nothing
it's-
happens in that game.
and
either.
even then I would not say that at all either. But it's a common criticism of, especially when you get to the end, it's
Just
like, oh, nothing really happened.
I mean, if it makes it just because if it's a common criticism, it doesn't make it valid.
right.
You know,
Yeah.
it like people who argue like, oh, it's 'cause the characters in the same place as they were in the beginning. It's stupid. It's like,
But yeah,
you don't get you not see like the point.
yeah. But my point in mentioning that is just, I don't think it's as simple as I feel like nothing happens in this game, because I've got a pretty high tolerance for stuff where people feel like nothing happens, I guess, generally. That was all I was going for with that.
My tumbie's rumbling.
Yeah, I've got a high tolerance for just what others might consider slow or boring.
I mean,
or-
so do I, but like,
yeah.
I mean, for drawing comparisons, I've gotten more into those type of games than you have.
Into what?
More into those type of games.
More than-
Minecraft, Stardew, even Breath of the Wild soon, like slow burners.
Yeah.
Less linear.
Right.
I don't know. Stardew's got a lot going on for it though that
Not linear at all.
changes it to
Right.
Animal Crossing,
No, yeah.
but like makes it still really similar.
I'm not making it a competition. I just mean
No, neither am
some
I.
people absolutely need stimulation from their game, and I'm not one of those people.
You're not something that constantly needs quick time events or like,
I don't.
just
Yeah,
mindless bullshit happening on screen.
I don't need Doom to enjoy a game. Like, I could, in theory, enjoy a game like this if it had more for me to enjoy personally.
But I think the
Like
huge
Sims.
appeal for Animal Crossing is the amount of customization.
People kind of there is an appeal to, like, because there are people who don't like games that are challenging, and this is kind of their niche thing of, like, someone like me will say that I didn't find any urgency or challenge or any fun or like just anything really drawing me to it. And that's exactly what appeals to some people about it, is that they like doing chores in this game world is a lot more appealing than doing chores in their mundane life, for example.
Well, I think
Yeah.
there should be a distinction between what's challenging and engaging.
Yeah. Right.
Like a game doesn't need to reach a certain level of challenging in order for it to be engaging.
Mm-hmm.
Demon Souls.
Yeah, and like you can also argue too that like everything you do in Minecraft is chores or Stardew.
Right.
Right.
But,
It
like, you
depends on
do-
how. Yeah,
You
I
do them
agree
with
with you.
purpose. Like it's not like, and I still think with in the case of Animal Crossing, you're just kind of running around collecting shit. Meanwhile, with Stardew and Minecraft, you kind of have a larger like goal in mind.
Yeah.
Which you could say the same thing for like in Animal Crossing, but it feels as though like that goal is a lot less of a direct result of you inputting certain things. What the fuck do I mean by that? My goal in Minecraft is I need to build a house. So I'm gonna build it out of wood because I don't want to build it out of dirt. So where do I get wood? Oh, these trees. I'm gonna cut them down. Okay, now I'm gonna craft into these planks. Now I can build it however the fuck I want.
Right.
Animal
and then-
Crossing is like, oh, I want to get a house. I gotta get wood, and then I have to sell that wood
It's very specific.
and like get all these bugs and shit and sell them to these kids and rip them off. This lady comes by and I can get turnips and shit, and those are the most selling thing for some reason.
Yeah.
And then oh, okay, now I have enough money to buy a house. Oh, I got to go in debt anyway. And make that all back.
People do talk about how great the characters are here, and
It's more about the story. course.
And Stardew, it gives you a shitty little shed with nothing, but like it's already with its premise. You are escaping to like this more simple type of lifestyle because you're not happy. Yeah, you're fucking your shitty job at like a corporation. Yeah, and follow like your grandfather and shit. So like you're already like, okay, it's a shed, it's fine, and it's like a TV, there's a bed, and later you upgrade it once you like get enough money. But like your goal isn't to like, oh, I'm gonna customize like everything about the house. It's I want to make a farm, you know?
Yeah, sprinklers, all that good stuff.
So like with mine, yeah. Well, I think the distinction with Minecraft and Stardew compared to Animal Crossing, which I feel like comparing them is kind of necessary to like talk about them, at least with what I'm gonna say. Animal Crossing, like your whole, if the main appeal is customization, you've got a long way to go before you get to that appeal. You got to do a lot of shit that you don't really, that you weren't already like, I want to do this.
Yeah.
You know?
All for other people to see.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
But once you're there, then it's like you get the ball rolling.
Yeah, I was gonna say two things because, again, like with what you were just talking about in mind, pretty much any game, that's like more kind of sandboxy, more just like get your shit together and survive. You know, like Minecraft or. You could even bring it around to like 7 Days to Die, or like I just played The Forest,
they're really
and like
similar.
stuff like where you just, it starts off like, okay, gotta make a house, and then at first you're making like a wooden club or like a stick with a rock attached to it, and that's your axe. But then later you've got like, you know, it builds and builds, and eventually you'll have guns and a motorcycle or some shit. Like so there's a real sense of progression, and yeah, eventually you will reach a point where you feel like, okay, I've kind of done everything, but like you've sunk a lot of hours in there. It's been worth your time by then, hopefully. You've been engaged.
I think people would say like
Rust is another good example.
I feel like people would say their time on their island is time well spent.
Yeah, because eventually their island is gonna look like the fucking, I don't know, Marriott. I don't know, but I do agree, like getting there is just a lot more tedious, or at least it was for me. As someone who tried Animal Crossing for the first time with its Switch release and kind of was going in thinking like, what's all this hype about?
I feel like if they like tightened up the beginning to give you more like of a reason and like more mechanics that involved collecting things, then it would be a much more fruitful experience.
Yeah, the gameplay is very bland.
That and back
Because like I'm just thinking like, you know, it's when you get to do the terraforming and shit is when it takes off, because you can just do whatever. You can get up, you can play it and like, okay, I'm gonna do this today, instead of like, okay, I gotta collect shit so I can have enough money to do things I really want to. Right. So if it made you really want to collect that shit, then that would be all around like, hell yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, the gameplay for Animal Crossing is very bland in itself.
Mike's not picking you up, Chandler.
you need the ball of it in your mouth, basically.
Put the ball in your mouth.
Gameplay for Animal Crossing is very bland.
You can rotate it like this, you know, so it's like pointing into you.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any way you could edit it?
All right, well, now hopefully we can hear Chandler. We've been back.
Hello.
He's
Yeah.
nice and crispy now. There's a button pressed down on the mixer that was fucking with you, so you're talking through a straw. So that's nice.
Yeah, let's hope that doesn't affect the podcast too much.
Oh, well, like, yeah. It's just, at least it's fixed now, hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
the last, 20, 30 minutes we have here, you'll hear Chandler, so that's great.
So it can be like someone's ear popping. That's pretty much what happened.
yeah,
So we were on Animal Crossing.
that was a cat's fault, everyone. Yeah, okay, where did I want to go from here? I was going to bring up the characters, because I
Right.
touched on that for a brief second, and then we talked about other stuff.
Yeah.
Because the characters are apparently one of the biggest appeals of this game. And that is just something I flat out do not understand, I'll be real. I think they're very standard Nintendo hollow bodies with like, I don't know, what do you like about the characters?
I like how much I'm able to connect with him. Like,
Really?
like in the beginning, like when, you get dropped off at the island and like you're with the Boy Scouts, the little raccoons. Like you go help them set up their tents and everything, and it's like
Mhm.
it feels like you're being interactive with people who don't even exist, but like they exist if you're immersed in that way.
In City Folk, the one for the GameCube, you were the one that was new in town. So
Oh,
like, you
okay.
were the one that was moving there. So like all the other like villagers were kind of like, oh, you're the new kid, and like because you're
Very
that-
snobby.
like that
it's-
was the whole point of Animal Crossing, was like the creator wanted to like give that feeling of what it was like moving to somewhere new, because like he personally moved to like a different country and he felt like very different to
Exiled,
everybody.
yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
what is that? Is that an older Animal Crossing
Yeah.
game? See, that actually sounds cooler to me.
Yeah,
Like,
that does
you're-
sound a lot
yeah,
cooler.
You're on this. It starts out when you're on this train, and a cat fucking talks to you, and he's like, "Oh, where are you headed?" And you type out, and that's naming your island. But apparently, people didn't know they were naming the island, so you got something really fucking funny, like somebody named it I don't know or something. So it's like I don't know island.
Yeah, that already
Or-
sounds like
yeah.
a cooler dynamic to me. Actually, I don't know, like
It plays a little like funky. I played it for like a whole maybe like hour or two,
right.
and the houses were like just you go in, there's nothing in them.
I was gonna say,
Can you organize the houses in that one?
Yeah, you can. Like you get furniture and like shit the same way. But like
Okay.
you work for Tom Nook, who owns like a flower shop and
Right.
like gardening and shit.
I
And
was
it's like, I get a fucking play game where I work for someone. I work for this asshole that I'm in debt to.
Isn't that what Pikmin is? You're trying to pay off somebody's.
Yep.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
at least in Pikmin you're exploring a whole fucking planet and like different like levels and like
You are
caves
very
and shit.
actively contributing, but sorry, Animal Crossing. Yeah, so that does sound cooler, like that dynamic. I think personally,
Yeah,
like
like
that sounds more interesting.
At first the villagers kind of put off by you, but then like you win them over. I
But-
got really ugly villagers also in my playthrough, so I was like, yeah, no, I
But
don't know, man.
yeah, but I would say the dynamic for me isn't what's off. It's more the characters themselves. Like clearly, I can connect and resonate a lot with characters. Sight Night in the Woods again. Why not? But like these, I don't feel like these are real characters that I'm like having an impact on or that I'm connecting with through the world. I feel like these are, they kind of all just love you and
But I think it's a lot
they
to
all
ask
just-
for to have like
In
Night in the
Nintendo?
Woods
Oh, yeah,
type
yeah.
of writing for like
yeah.
all like the 200 something villagers that
Right.
are
No,
in Animal Crossing
I
to give them like unique personalities.
I completely agree, but to be fair, Night in the Woods had a bunch of those too, and Undertale. Like there are examples
there
of
were
this.
side characters though,
Yeah,
like, that only had bits and pieces of dialogue. They weren't fully fleshed out like the main cast.
there are examples in these like mini games or not indie games where like even the character that's just gonna appear for 5 seconds has a lot of personality to them, and I feel like that's something that is lacking here. Like their example of a personality will be like, oh, this guy likes fish and chips.
I think you do get
He
that.
really
though.
likes it.
I think you do get that though, like at least in that kind of extent. It's just not like as outlandish, I guess. Like you get certain villagers that will sing for you and shit. Like they have like different.
That's
traits and
it. That's
everything.
in the New
the fucking
Horizons.
the fucking penguin motherfucker. You know who I'm talking about?
And New Horizons?
Yeah.
I haven't played much of it.
Oh. There's that.
Like,
There's this penguin villager, and he looks like a fucking like toddler, but he was a fucking non-veteran, and he says like really touchy shit.
I haven't seen him. I haven't
He's
seen
hilarious.
him.
Like that's the thing. There's a lot of stinkers
Animal
villagers,
Crossing?
but there's like really good ones. Yeah,
Huh.
like he's hilarious
I just like got done with the first day.
Wait. In which one?
in New Horizons.
Huh.
There's
Yeah.
that penguin.
Is that
and he's
like Waylon?
hilarious?
You've played it?
And played is a strong word.
Okay.
I've witnessed play.
Played
okay.
is a strong
Okay.
word for any Animal
I watched a
Crossing.
real life Let's Play of it. Let's just say.
No, I'm just joking.
Yeah, I just now grasped what you said.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't think the characters in Stardew are particularly strong either.
I can't speak for Stardew, but
What do you think, Chandler, really
what
quickly?
works for me about games with like all those different characters is that they all have like distinct and kind of memorable traits and personalities that I can connect to and grasp onto. And what you just described does sound like a genuinely like kind of more out there, kind of interesting concept for a character. I didn't meet that character. I'm like, what?
Well, yeah, it's really tough. Like, it's really random which ones you're gonna get.
Yeah.
Most of the times you're gonna get like really ugly villagers that are just fucking like, eh.
I mean,
cool,
the
you're an
sheep
elephant.
villager's kind of cool. I'm still like learning all their names and shit.
Yeah, they're
Oh.
sheep. No, just kidding.
I mean, yeah, there's like a ton of sheep. That's very
No,
descriptive.
I'm
They
just-
take
I'm
like
joking.
photos for their wedding and shit.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, it's exactly like
yeah,
Sims.
the ones that I met were like, I like football. And I was like, okay. And then they're like, you talk to them the next day and they're like, you see the game the other day? Like their whole personality is they watch football. It's okay.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
Sims.
But then
Yeah.
you could. But then wouldn't that also be like room for criticizing? Like, oh, they're not really like there. They just like football. Like,
Yeah.
it's just like a thing that you press and you get like 6 unique phrases.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. I don't love that that's like their whole character. I don't get how the characters are something that add up to some giant appeal for a lot of people with this game, and that's okay. I don't have to
I mean, I
get
think
that,
the-
but I just wanted to point that
I
out.
think just the nature of like having a game that can potentially go on for as long as you want to play it,
Right.
and having NPCs with limited amounts of dialogue. If you play it enough, you'll like see them all.
Yeah,
It'll
that's
get
where
repetitive
like
at some point.
that's where the budget of a game really starts to show.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
how far does the well go? You're gonna get there at some point.
Right. Well, that is like kind of all I had to say
It's just interesting, yeah.
about it. We talked about this one the longest, I think. Anyway.
I think there's we've just got a lot of actually productive things to say about Animal Crossing,
Which is
so-
weird. I wouldn't think you guys had that much to say about it.
It's because we're kind of mixed.
because
I'm mixed on it.
It's just because I don't get it, but like I don't need to get it is my thing also. So I'm probably comfortable unless you want to put it in like A, because I'd put it in like C or even D, but I'm not gonna say D. I know people love it.
D is too hard.
I'd go C.
Nah, D's too harsh. Yeah,
We're talking
way
about
too
the
harsh.
newest one too. We're talking about New Horizons.
Yes.
yeah.
which is
New
kinda funny.
Horizons good.
Yeah. Okay. So
Honestly, I put it in an A just because that's
I don't know
my-
about A.
My vote.
how. Think about how many other people like it though. Think about how well
But
it
just
was
because a
rated
lot of
beside
people-
Doom.
But just because a lot of people like it doesn't mean like
Well, how it
It's
feels
really
to you
good.
personally, yeah. But I'm saying like as a game, I think it deserves an A.
I think something.
Okay, if we're
I
talking,
think
like-
it's very important to a lot of people, and it's like made its impact. Its impact is definitely worthy of an A, maybe even S. It was fucking insane when the quarantine hit, and everyone
that's
was
a good
playing
point.
Animal
also
Crossing.
the Animal Crossing
It's a phenomenon.
fan base have been starved for a new game for a long time.
Yeah, like it's
So-
it's on that level. It's insane. My input here is C. Yours is A. So
I'm kind of feeling B on this.
so then it's a B. Just pretty easy.
So breakdowns of the middle.
Pretty easily a B.
And China doesn't look happy with that.
I mean, I've only played New Horizons, so like I honestly can't say much
Okay,
about
I'm
it.
just gonna say there's also.
I'm
there
glad.
is
I'm truly glad that it like warms your heart to play.
Yeah,
that makes
no,
me
it's
happy.
it's good. It's
I'm
good.
like that. That's sweet. I really because I connect with games like that. I know how that feels, and I love that.
That's the same
about a
feeling I
game.
had for Stardew. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
starting out.
it has a place in your
It's
heart.
a beautiful thing. So it doesn't do it for me. So
I can see that appeal, but
There we
like,
go.
let me just say, there is so much goddamn waiting in
Yeah.
this game.
right.
It's always like you gotta craft shit, and it's like you fucking have to watch the animation for like the 100th goddamn time.
Yeah, I wish there was a way to skip the
And
animation.
fishing too.
Fishing, yeah. Fishing's fun.
Buff
Oh, they
fishing.
made
No,
fish.
they that's nerfed in the ground compared to other fishing games, which is already like
and
oh
Stardew
boy,
or
fishing.
Animal Crossing?
Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing's fun fishing.
It you literally just like swing
I mean-
it out though, and you wait for the thing to go and you press
Yeah.
the button at the right time.
Yeah, I mean it's supposed to be casual. That's the thing.
Personally, yeah, I don't think any of the mini games are
I mean
that fun.
Minecraft's the
Like,
same, I guess.
I think it require like this is what I said about because I compared it to RuneScape. I guess we're still on it. That like RuneScape is so passive that you can like click to fish, and then your inventory will fill up, and you can do something on your other monitor or whatever, eat something while you wait. So like it's so passive that it actually doesn't feel like it eats at your time, but in Animal Crossing, I wish it would commit to more passive or more active, because something like fishing for me is extremely boring because you do need to sit there and press the button every
Right.
time. So it needs someone to actively input,
I think it's pretty whack
But-
in Minecraft. I think it's pretty whack here.
but it's really whack. It's like
Whack.
Pokemon fishing, I guess. But even that, like, kind of
It takes
makes
like a second.
makes it somewhat of a mini game, I guess.
It takes like a second. It's just another Pokemon encounter.
Yeah,
yeah.
and you know, it's the same thing again, like with RuneScape and woodcutting. You can step away and do something. But
Also,
in this,
also, Chandler, let me ask you this:
needs your attention.
to close out the New Horizons, would you place this above Sunshine?
Ooh.
Because that's A tier.
I mean, personally,
He said it was a B tier though.
Yeah.
personally, I place Sunshine above it, but like I know a lot of other people would feel the other way. So like I'm okay with putting New Horizons above.
Okay, but as a game though,
Well, like I said, I haven't even played that much of
Right.
it. Like
Oh, that's true.
I'm only,
I
like,
you played more Sunshine.
I like it so far. I love it.
You play more Sunshine. That's true. Well, we still be like in the same camp together.
I do think, like, yeah, popular opinion is worth considering. Where Chandler's coming from,
Right.
Well, yeah.
which is why, like, I don't have a problem with it ending up in B, even though if this were my tier list, I'd just go D. So, yep, Animal Crossing's in B tier, everyone.
Yeah, it's just how everybody else feels about it too.
Yeah, we got a B, and C, so naturally it's going to be in the middle.
All right. Well, James, you have the floor. Pikmin 2.
Pikmin 2, sure. I mean, I don't know. This one's hard because, Chandler, you have no experience with it.
I know, but I know the general idea of it. Like you're trying to get your company out of like that or something.
I ran him through like what it's
Yeah.
about because
Yeah.
he said he's interested in Pikmin 3.
Yeah, Pikmin 3 for the Switch.
And
I'm really enjoying playing through it though.
Yeah, you've been watching me play. My cat made a weird noise.
Yeah.
So I think like you get like the whole deal with it. But it is hard to talk about. Now I'm wondering why I said add it, because I'm like, for me this is like a stronger Nintendo game. I really love Pikmin. It's one that I go back to. And it's a rare single player kind of experience that I can just get a lot out of revisiting, like a Sly or a Spyro or Crash or something.
So it's among your more favorite games.
Yeah, surprisingly,
Really?
when it comes to Nintendo, I don't know.
Because you just listed other games that you also enjoy to play through.
Yeah, like
time and time again. I like to revisit.
it's up there, and it's one that I think it was in my honorable mentions when we talked about favorite games ever. The first and the third one, I to be fair, I didn't give the first one a fair shake. I need to do that, but the third one, I just need to revisit. Because at the time I think I was just like, oh, this is different, I don't like it. But now I, go in with a more open mind.
If I picked it up, I wouldn't want to play like how you are on the channel, though. Just going to say.
How's that?
Well, because you play really safe.
Oh,
You only take
Are
out
you
like, a
playing
certain amount
Pikmin
of
on the
Pikmin.
channel?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you can
But
only,
and every time he loses Pikmin, he resets it.
well,
Why?
you can
When he loses a large amount,
you can well, yeah, we are doing it.
you can get them back, but it takes work. And
we can do it for
on the channel. It's just more time.
We're doing it for an audience, and I won't say that I don't reset when I'm not doing the channel, because I do. The game kind
I
of
wouldn't by myself.
the game kind of builds that in for you, because it saves at every sub level, like, and it doesn't automatically save anywhere else. I think it knows people are going to do that. Especially when it does have quite a lot of bullshit in it, if we're going to go there. With
there's a lot of things that fall from the ceiling.
Yeah, there are literal traps in it where if you go out and explore on your own, like a bomb won't fall from the ceiling, but once you bring your group of Pikmin, it'll happen and blow up all your Pikmin. So like, it's a bit of a Kaizo, in some areas. It's not. If we're trying to talk more, I guess critically about it, it's not a very balanced game at all. A couple purple boys will take anything down for you.
Oh yeah, they're different colored Pikmin have different
It's multiplayer?
abilities.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know there's more than one Pikmin.
No, not multiplayer, but there's
Is
like
it
five.
multiplayer?
It is. I was
Okay.
going to
It
say
is co-op.
we
yeah.
haven't gotten to. No, it's not co-op, but there's a multiplayer mode.
Oh.
I wish it was co-op. That'd be really, honestly great. That would be revolutionary. But like, no, it does have a very surprisingly fun and addicting multiplayer mode that we should try at some point. I did that for hours.
Well, what do you do?
I think it's kind of a capture the flag situation
I see.
where one has like a bunch of blue and one has a bunch of red Pikmin, and then you grab. You saw like a capture the flag, or like you grab cherries or something. I don't remember exactly what it is, but it's like a surprisingly competent and engaging multiplayer mode for a game like Pikmin 2.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'll have to give it a try. I
and
plan on getting Pikmin 3, so.
Yeah, and I guess there's a challenge mode that I haven't done much with, but like they did pack a lot into it. There's a whole area that you unlock, the Wistful Wild, after you do the first 3 areas. So yeah, it's a good balance of experience, but there are definitely some things in there that are more unbalanced. I love it, so I'd go like A, but I feel like the general population would lean more towards B, and you can weigh in a little, I guess, if you think A is too high.
I don't know if I could put it above Sunshine is the thing.
Oh, I
If we're
could,
basing it on that.
but
I could put it above Animal Crossing, though.
okay.
You really think it's that good?
I think there's a lot more going on because you do have to manage your Pikmin, and like you do lose them. Like I think that's part of the game, is like you should be like losing them and like gaining more and all that, because it's like a whole other thing to manage. And it's really cool about the other abilities that some Pikmin have that also not only affect enemies differently, but you can open up different like parts of the level too. I do think though that the enemies and overall level design is a bit underwhelming.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're a little repetitive, and the caves and like caverns are just like kind of like multiple level like sub levels, I guess, like
Yeah.
a dungeon. They're not even really labyrinthian or mazy or all that.
I agree and disagree to a degree, because like I fully agree actually that it gets repetitive in the caverns with the it's just, we're doing the industrial kind of look again, we're doing the snow, we're doing whatever it is.
I wasn't talking about like just art design. I was also like meant like how it's kind of shaped out. Like the
Yeah.
more simple ones, it's just like like
Yeah, but that's what I like about it, because every time you reset it, it is randomly generated.
Oh.
Every level, the whole it's every time it's randomly generated. So I really like that aspect about it. Well, sometimes you reset it. Every enemy will be in a different place. Some items will be in different places, rooms, and like that's a pretty cool thing about it that I don't know if much people talk about. No one really talks about this game though. So
yeah, but
Yeah.
except us, here we are talking
Yeah.
about.
Well, I mean,
Pikmin.
it's not released. It's not re-released on very many.
no, it was
Things.
released on the Wii and it hasn't been released since then. So.
Pikmin
we
3
got
is on the
3,
Switch.
and it looks
Yeah.
really identical.
Pikmin 3 is on the Switch.
Mhm.
I plan on getting that one eventually.
Yeah, and I told you like
I
all the
gotta
treasures are
revisit it.
just like different pieces of trash, like bottle caps and like tape dispensers.
Yeah,
And like
yeah.
it gives like a cute little name, like as if like this is the first time you're ever looking at it and you know nothing about it. So like you get like for a tape dispenser you get adhesive thing.
Adhesive thing.
Adhesive paper or whatever.
Like the first time I played Pikmin 3, what really was missing for me was kind of that charm of Pikmin 2, because in 3 I believe you like crash on a planet and then you just have to collect a bunch of fruit and stuff, like you're just trying to get food. Like it feels a lot more just like I'll just live, like collect food because you need it. But this one's like kind of you're sent on this mission to pay back your debt. There's a goal in mind. I don't know. Like I said, I really need to revisit Pikmin 3.
We all should revisit.
Yeah.
I'll play it.
We should play all the things.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
just
all
all
of
the
it.
Nintendo things.
So
So,
wait,
yeah,
where is Sunshine? That's a B?
Sunshine's in high B tier.
High B, yeah.
Oh,
at the
okay.
moment.
So that's why you're convinced this has to be a B. I'm not going to argue with you. It's an A from me. Chandler can't do input,
I
I
can't
guess.
really argue.
And Skylar wants B. I'm not going to argue.
You give Skylar what he wants.
That's how
I
I'm
mean,
playing this one. Yeah.
I mean, is it gonna be in
It's
the same camp as
You're in
the
the-
Mario, the 2D Marios?
I mean,
Like if that's what everyone agrees with,
it matters how much this is a personal tier list, and like I do think that
it's a mix.
if
It's a
I'm
bit
thinking
both.
of like the popular vote, I'm absolutely like people are like, what the fuck is a Pikmin? Whatever, it can be B. Pikmin 2 is B tier.
It can sit in B, at a comfortable B for right now.
Yeah.
It can maybe even be high B depending on what else lands here. Let's get Chandler talking again.
Let's do it.
Let's go. Let's talk about Mario Odyssey since you just played it.
We all
Or
I
played,
still
haven't
playing it.
finished it, but
Okay,
like
still going.
I'm a good portion through it.
we all played this. Also, it's 1 o'clock.
I completed it,
I don't know
and
how,
man, that took like a few years off my life.
I don't know how long you guys have. It's 1 o'clock.
Yes, no, I know. We have about 30 minutes.
Cool.
So
Does
fuck.
that include you having
Yes.
to go home, get dressed, and all that?
I'm already dressed. I just need to
Okay.
throw 'em. Yeah, it's just dropping you off and then going back.
So we'll
Okay.
speed up a little, I
Yeah.
guess.
We gotta WarioWare this, speed it up. Sadly, but we're like halfway through the list. Let's just lightning round it. Mario Odyssey. Chandler, how do you think about it?
Great
You really
game.
like
It's like the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, except it's in Mario form.
Yeah,
It's
and
legit what it
there's
is.
a lot of shit to collect. Constantly doing things.
Or if you want, you could
great
just
enemies,
speed right through the game.
great mechanics, best platforming in Mario, best controlling, especially with the Joy-Cons like fucking
Yeah, Joy-Cons fun.
separated. Though there's a lot of bullshit in the game, but that's all like behind the side content. You don't have to deal with that unless you want all the moons.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
my kind of stance on that stuff is like it's there for those of you who really want to just maximize everything you can get out of this game. But if it doesn't make you, I'm not gonna complain about the shitty jump roping because it's never requested that I actually do that. Like unless I want to.
I like
go.
that.
Unless
I like
I
the
want to
go-kart
go- yeah.
mechanic.
Well, he told me it's terrible. The jump roping stuff. Like
I meant in that it was a terrible experience.
Yeah.
Like I just God,
That-
that was stressful.
Yeah, no, it is stressful.
but the stuff that's really awful. Nothing says you
it's
have to do that
rewarding to
stuff.
do that.
Yeah.
Though. That's why I do it. Like,
Yeah.
give me the pain. It feels
yeah.
good. But
Yeah.
like, there's just some other parts where it's just like, oh fuck off, game. Especially when you have to deal with Joy-Con drift.
I guess.
Also,
yeah.
a lot of the moons are like a bit repetitive in that, like, oh, there's a mount on the ground that's glowing. I wonder what I gotta do with that.
Oh yeah. Or like, oh, I gotta go buy one at the
And
shop.
there's like, oh, there's 2 Koopa races per level. Or no, there's like 4 or something. Like they repeat a whole bunch.
yeah. And then there's always the gambling thing.
So like I think it's just a bit bloated.
I think I'm totally okay with like the extremely easy moon that's just sitting there on a shelf, and then the moon that you can buy,
I'm
And
not
then-
saying I'm
and then the moon that is going to take you all day and a lot of stress. Like,
yeah.
I'm not saying that
Yeah.
like the easy moons are bad. I'm saying there's
Yeah.
a lot of them, and there's a lot of ones that just repeat
Okay.
that you can get rid of, and like, you wouldn't be missing out on much. You still have those easy moons that are reachable.
Sure. Not an issue for me. I wouldn't say like I wouldn't think to criticize that.
Well, it's just you see it a lot once you're doing that. Once you see how much they put in the game.
I enjoy
Great
it.
shit though. Good music. Oh, Metro Kingdom.
Metro City, yeah, I like how like as soon as you drop into the city, the music starts.
And you get the fucking big
yeah.
band shit. Oh, hot.
Still think it's a big mistake that that's in the middle of the game and not the end. I probably always feel that way.
But the moon.
I feel like it should have been
Yeah.
in the beginning.
Huh.
Oh, but Chandler, by the way, you go on the moon. Sorry,
What moon?
I spoiled.
Oh,
You
right.
go on the moon.
Yeah, you didn't.
Oh no, I already saw someone
Okay.
ruin that for me on
Okay.
fucking YouTube today, and I was like, great.
Okay, cool. Well, it wasn't me. It wasn't
And like
me on YouTube.
legit, he wasn't even spoiling it. He just showed some gameplay of him running around the moon, and I was just like, thanks.
Thanks. Where are we feeling this, guys? Where are we feeling?
This is an S for me. So
This is an S tier for sure.
okay.
I guess it's going in.
I'm
S.
happy 2 of us think that because I didn't know how that would go
There's
over.
no way it's not better than Mario Sunshine.
It's like
It is better than Mario
Yeah, it is
Sunshine.
better.
I'd
oh, it
say.
just restarts after an hour and a half.
Oh,
After
today
an
we
hour
learned.
and 40.
Yeah, Chandler, we've been talking for like an hour and a half already.
Okay. I was eager to see what my new timer would do.
All right. In the similar vein, let's talk about Galaxy really quick.
Chandler, did you play it?
No,
He's been wanting to.
I've been
though.
wanting to.
Right, you said that.
So it's our
Um,
time to talk about Galaxy.
You played it, dude.
It's on the Switch.
The Switch one plays like hot garbage,
You
but
just
That's the
watched
one
it.
I'm gonna be.
it's
playing.
a real nice game. But no, you're gonna experience. There's a lot of frustration with the controls. At least how they ported it. It probably works way better on the Wii, the Wii U.
Yeah, I missed a lot of the appeal here. Same way with Sunshine, but I wasn't the one with the controller in my hand. Sounds like that, like you just said, wasn't a great experience.
Well, just the controls, the levels I thought were pretty good.
I didn't love the levels.
The levels look good.
There were a few that were like, oh, it's like swimming sucks. Swimming is like awful. That's cancer.
A lot of the levels felt pretty repetitive to me. Just like, oh, we're walking over a mound again. I don't know.
A mound?
Yeah, we're on another like planet. I guess.
Yeah, you're in a galaxy.
Yeah, but like, you know,
Lots of them are bigger than others too.
You know, like all the boss fights kind of just take place on like a ball, and then
I wasn't really big on the boss fights, but I did like Bowser's fight.
Sure.
Oh, those were pretty good. Chasing the bunnies fucking sucked. That's
the
bullshit.
PD fight's pretty cool.
They did reuse the Bowser fight like 2 or 3 times too. It was like the same one every time. I don't know. The music was like
Music's
surprisingly
bopping.
just like some of the best Nintendo's ever. Like I noticed it, and I don't do that with Nintendo music really.
Mario Galaxy's music has no business being as good as it is.
Right. For me, like I would plop this down with Sunshine.
I think it should be above Sunshine.
But you played it, really?
Or maybe on the same level. Damn, it'd be good to have Chandler to weigh in.
I've been meaning to play it. I've seen gameplay of it and everything.
I'll put it in the same level as Sunshine then. It'll stay there for now.
Okay, yeah, I don't know what it feels like to play it. I just, maybe if it felt
kind
great
of
to
watched
play.
it.
Yeah, it had that same kind of thing we were talking about with Sunshine, where you go to the world 3 times in a row, and it's,
All right, kids.
Yeah.
Let's we're gonna have to try to speed through this. This is gonna be a little tough, but we got to get through all of Smash.
Oh my god.
That's just easy for me.
Yeah, it's easy for you, but for me and Chandler, that's tough. All right, let's go. Let's do Melee. Let's start.
Hey.
all
Bro,
the
where
way
do you
back.
even start with that? That's like a whole nother bubble to open.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you're just like Melee A.
Melee. S tier, actually.
S for sure.
S.
It's a buggy piece of shit.
It's a
but
buggy
man,
piece of shit. It's great. I will
But
play
man,
it.
it's solid and like
It
it's
didn't-
It's my
so-
favorite Smash.
It cemented itself in like pro gaming.
Yeah,
pretty
it's my
much,
favorite
competitive
Smash.
gaming.
Yeah, it didn't hold up as much for me going back. Like
They should re-release it on
it
the Switch.
was my favorite one, but then like I played it after playing 4 and Ultimate, and it just didn't have the same appeal. It did feel a lot more unbalanced also.
It is pretty.
I think it's fairly balanced. You have to know what you're doing.
It's
though.
broken as fuck.
It's a really high skill ceiling.
Yeah.
What I love about it, the classic mode, the adventure mode, mwah,
Yes.
but,
Single player modes are solid as
and
fuck.
yeah, the challenge modes, a lot of fun to be had. I'm
The
not
music,
Yeah, I'm not.
bopping, good stages.
I
we
mean,
got
if,
Temple.
if you guys both strongly feel S, I'm not gonna argue. It's like it could be an S.
Yo, this
easily.
game gave us Temple, and we got the fucking. There's so many sounds that are like,
yeah.
they're so hot. Like as soon as you hit the start button, you get that bling. Also, the opening cinematic. That's hype. Hype
Yeah.
as fuck.
This one can
Yeah. Honestly, I want them to re-release it on the Switch with GameCube controller support, but that's probably never going to happen. So
I could be swayed, but like since there are 3 of us, we can just put it in S.
John, do you think it goes above Odyssey?
yes, 100%.
Okay.
I definitely don't, but that's okay. They're both in S. I don't view tier lists as like they're in order on their tier. They're just that's their tier. You guys see it differently.
I think most people are. There's like an order in the tiers themselves.
Yeah, I don't do that.
You can't just clump it together. Okay, this one should be quick. Brawl.
My
C.
favorite.
C.
As people can say what they want,
Damn,
but like
C. That's
Yeah.
tough.
Brawl.
I want to be that. I don't
It's
be
a
that
solid
harsh
B.
to Brawl.
it's a
Well,
solid B.
I
Well,
say it's solid B too.
Yeah, you guys are like totally hard on Smash, and it's just like totally.
Yeah, but he loves it. It's his
Yeah.
favorite.
No, I just mean
Fucking
Smash as a
Subspace Emissary.
Smash as a series. By the way, I thought Subspace was very like. It's not good. I don't know. I didn't think it was
What?
good. I like
it was
that.
the best adventure mode
I like
there was.
that. I like that it brings multiplayer adventure mode to Smash, and that's great in concept, but in execution, it's really half baked. I feel like.
It could have been better.
I
Yeah,
can't
have
wait,
you-
sadly.
but it's the
Okay.
best version there is.
Have you played It's the most ambitious for sure. I just think it fell short in a lot of ways in execution. I would go back and play it. I enjoy doing it with a friend, but it is kind of ridiculous. Like the second player can't even die, right? There's just a lot of things that are half baked.
Yeah,
about it.
okay. I
Like
see your
if the
point.
second player gets hurt, they just kind of like pshh, and like go back to the
Yeah,
And then if the first player dies, like everything's got to restart. I think. I don't know.
yeah, it's
Is that
broken.
so? Is that how it works?
Yeah.
It's the enemies are extremely mundane. I feel like when you're not, in a real battle.
When you're not fighting other fighters.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that.
And the level design is also like if we're calling like Mario Deluxe like bland level design, then you have to say Subspace is like on a new level of bland level design. I feel like.
Okay.
I don't know. Do you agree with me?
No.
Okay, that's fine.
No.
That's fine.
Sorry, but no.
That's fine. Because I remembered loving Subspace Emissary when I was younger too, and then I tried it more recently. I was like, wow, this isn't good. But like, I'm happy to play it with a friend because like I like that they have adventure mode co-op in Smash. It's very ambitious.
It's a cool idea.
Very ambitious. I really like it in concept, and I can get down with playing it with a friend.
Yeah.
It has its place in Smash history.
Yeah,
sure.
it was
But it gave us Final Smashes.
It gave us Final Smashes. It gave us some new fighters, Sonic and Snake, and like
Final Smash, very controversial.
yeah. I mean, I liked Final Smashes. I think they're cool.
I like them. Most people turn them off now for competitive
I mean, that's fine.
reasons.
Because
turn
they're
them off.
really unbalanced.
We
that's
turn them
why.
off.
And
Yeah,
it's like
It's not unbalanced. You need to be at like 150 damage to use it.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
You don't. It
Yes.
also builds
This
when
is
you
great.
do damage. That's not how it works.
but
Also, it's like in competitive play, it's like, oh, I hit the B button. I'm the better
Well,
player.
yeah, you have to get up to that percentage marker before you can use it. Like,
Okay,
that's the whole point of
let me
staying
hit you with
alive
this.
to that late.
Let me hit you with this. In like, okay, if we play Final Smash, you're gonna like immediately turn them off because puffs. I can literally go underneath the stage, hit the B button, and then you're dead because you can't get on the stage and it covers the whole screen.
Oh, okay, the
So
fucking
it's like-
giant one.
Oh, I hit the silly B button. Oh, how quirky! I'm the better player.
We'll play with it. And we'll see if I can get out of it.
You can't. I'm telling you, there's no escape.
we'll
if you're,
We'll see.
no, you say we'll see, but if you're at 50%, you're dead. It covers the whole thing. I'm not even kidding. I'm trying to warn you. All right, so B tier for Brawl.
I'd put it in a B. I could even put it with C because I know.
I
it's
was like,
not
if you
that
guys
great.
won't go C, then we can do that. But
Okay, we'll go see if
just-
we're all like.
I just think it's like a very clear step down from Melee.
It
I
goes-
remember
it goes
clearly
in high C tier.
when Brawl
It
came.
is.
Yeah, when Brawl came out, that is when I definitely thought Melee was like the best Smash game.
Yeah, if Melee is like glitchy, Brawl is broken. All right,
Mhm.
gotta speed it up a bit more. Ultimate,
It just feels less fun. I don't
Ultimate.
know.
I mean, it's
my
the one
fucking-
now.
My pride and joy right now. This
Ultimate,
is my game.
I think they accomplished what they wanted to with it. I mean, what don't I like? There's no classic mode, right? They got rid of like everything except just brawling, right?
No, there's a classic.
No,
mode.
there's so
There
much
is.
in
There's
Ultimate.
there's also World of Light.
Yeah, there's
you have
Red
the fucking
Light.
spirit thing.
Okay, so am I thinking of Smash 4?
I think
Online mode is fixed.
there is All Star mode. You have the home run contest still too.
So am I
Yeah.
thinking of Smash 4? One of them just completely, I think, got
I
rid
think
of.
it was Smash 4.
One of them was just like, got rid of Classic, got rid of Adventure Mode. It was like, let's just get to the brawl. And I was like, eh. Like, that's cool and all, but I really did enjoy those aspects of Melee. So if this one has Classic, I guess I just haven't played through it, but I dig that. I already think it's the best playing Smash game. Most balanced. It actually has.
I don't know about most
I
balanced.
mean, for
right now.
2020 standards, I say yes.
It's balanced for casual, sure.
yeah, for casuals for sure.
It even
but
has.
at top level play, it's like there's a pretty big meta around it.
It even has Well, I mean, it's got all the characters. It's got all the stages. I forgot what else I was going to say. So you guys can talk.
It plays way differently than any.
Plays way
Smash.
differently. It's a lot more advanced.
Way
that's
characters
for sure.
are different. Yeah, there's a lot of shit going on too.
Yeah,
Like,
there's a
they
lot
added
more
parries.
characters. DLC characters. That's a thing now.
Yep, online play. Oh god, Nintendo fix your servers.
I just think this is like they did what they wanted to. They
It's
made
S tier. I already
they
wrote
made
that in.
for me that this is the definitive Smash game, which is what they wanted to do. And the only thing is, it's not too far off from what Smash 4 was. It's just most people didn't play that one because it was on the Wii U.
I mean, I just call Smash 4 the ultimate before ultimate.
Yeah, it plays very similarly as far as Link, I guess, because that's who I played as.
Right, I remember that.
Yeah.
You used to always play Link.
Mm-hmm.
But Ultimate, no, that one, it's a all around good game, but
Yes.
Melee will always have a special place in my
Oh,
heart.
Melee like just deserves like
Yeah.
its own spot. Like
Yeah.
they're pretty different from each other.
Yeah.
So like that's I think they both are an S tier. Can go back to one of each of them respectively.
I already forgot we put Melee in S, but yeah.
All right,
Next.
Mario Kart
Which one?
Double Dash.
This is you guys.
You play Double Dash.
With you for like 10 minutes.
That was the first time playing. Your first time playing Double
Yeah,
Dash.
I just thought it was fine. So like, you guys do this one.
Bruh,
Me and
I swear
Skylar
you
used to
played it.
play Double Dash back in the day.
Remind
yeah,
me of
all the time.
CTR.
I mean, that's what. Yeah, CTR is like Mario Kart.
Yeah. But like this would like took some elements of like the CTR formula, which was kind of cool.
Can we just talk about how hard this shit bops?
What?
You boot up Double Dash and you get Yep.
Yeah. Let's go.
good
And
shit.
then- yeah.
So I go, oh yeah, the music.
Yeah.
fucking-
Mario Kart Wii was pretty good. I put that next to Double Dash.
I like how you said you had a lot to talk about Double Dash. Now you're talking
Well,
about
I
the
mean,
Wii.
because here's the thing. Like, I played the shit out of Double Dash, and I remember trying to unlock PD the Piranha and fucking Boo, like, as characters, and I just couldn't do it. They were so difficult. And they, like, as a kid, I was like, I remember I went to, like, some kid's house, and I remember seeing, like, he had PD and, like, Boo unlocked, and I was like, wow, I want to be big and mature like that.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's adorable. So great ass stages there too.
Yeah.
That I introduced.
You could share
Fucking
cards.
the
Share
yeah,
cards.
sharing cards. Why did they get rid of that? Like more of that, please.
Right.
It is very missed in Mario Kart 8, where I could switch my my items whenever I wanted to.
Yeah, I miss that. I miss motorcycles. They don't perform the same way they used to in Mario Kart Wii, but that's irrelevant because we're talking about Double Dash. But okay, just gonna put that out there.
Yeah.
Miss
Okay,
Kart,
we're replacing
Miss
Double
Bikes.
Dash. We're running low on time.
Put
Yeah,
it.
this is you too.
I put it on a B.
Really, B?
Yeah.
I was gonna say A, but
Mario
I'm only
Kart
gonna go
Wii
B.
is A for me, my dude.
Really?
Yeah,
Huh.
Okay.
it's just a lot more in depth than Double Dash.
Okay. Double Dash. Does it go above Sunshine?
No,
Does it go above Galaxy?
No.
Okay, then it's above Pikmin 2.
yes,
I guess for you guys.
I guess Double Dash.
That's pretty unfair, but whatever.
I'm not gonna fight it, but it's fine. It's fine. We're fine. Mario Kart 8. Let's go. I don't think we're gonna get to everything
Mario
on this
Kart
list.
8 is my favorite one. So, like, that's an unpopular opinion, but I don't care.
Mario
You
Kart
guys-
8 is great.
You guys talk it out. It's my favorite one.
Mario Kart 8 is great.
Mario
It's hard
Kart
as
8's
fuck.
great.
I hate it
you
though.
can't take it seriously. You got to play it casually.
You're trying to take it seriously. It will take years off your
Yeah,
life.
yeah.
That
You,
shit.
you get mad at something that is out of your control, and it will fuck you over.
So
the,
fun.
the maps are really spammy, and like some speeds are just like you whack into shit a lot like weirder than Double Dash though.
The battle mode, the shine mode.
I haven't played the battle
shine,
mode
the
yet.
Sign, the shine. Yeah,
I just
Battle
love
mode
the,
and Double
the
Dash is
shine
awesome
mode.
though.
The shine mode in Mario
I
Kart 8.
just love the look of modern Mario. Like, and this one feels for some reason more engaging to me too than Double Dash, which for a lot of people is not the case.
Well, like they put in a lot more like ramps and other boosts and shit to go off of. Like they heavily modified a lot of like earlier stages.
Yeah, this one has the motion controls, which apparently everyone hates. I dig it.
I like it.
Yeah, okay.
I like it.
Most
I
people
like
are just
motion
like,
controls.
yeah, give me the controller so
Yeah, I'll
I can
use
move
the-
the button.
Yeah, I'll use the controller, thanks. But
Yeah, no,
I welcome its inclusion.
I shake my my Joy-Con. to
I'm
do
about it,
jumps.
and-
I bet you do shake your Joy-Con.
And that, yeah, and I'm about it, and it speaks to like, hey, you can do either. The game lets you.
yeah,
Great.
Yeah.
great.
Great.
My favorite Mario Kart. I don't know what that means.
Where's it going?
So yeah, you guys can decide where
It's above Double Dash.
at least
If
an A.
you say so.
It's above Sunshine.
So it's at least an A.
yeah,
That's
it's
at
an
least
A.
B tier.
Hmm.
But I can put it in A.
We have nothing mean to say about it. At least in a couple minutes.
It's the follow-up.
All right. Well, we're not going to get to everything, sadly, on this list at this point.
Well, what do we have left?
We got quite a bit left. We had Wind Waker and Ocarina and Breath of the Wild left. We had Mario Maker and all the Pokemon.
Well, we did talk about the Zelda series in the
Yeah,
beginning
we
of it.
did. I think we can say Wind Waker is like at least an A.
Yeah, no, it's an A for
That-
sure.
that's
I'd be willing to put it in
comfortable
an
A.
S.
I can't speak.
I want to as well, but like
Think about it.
I don't remember a lot of it, and like replaying it, there's a lot I forgot about the game.
Yeah,
But
got to go back.
but
in
like
it.
how long ago did you play it or watch it or whatever?
Oh, it's been a while. I've watched mostly gameplay of it, but it's great.
It's a lot of just like kind of in a boat though,
Yeah,
and yeah,
Phantom
it's a lot
Hourglass
of-
is like that.
So I think it's comfortable to be an A tier. I
Okay,
put it
comment.
I put it top A tier. Wind Waker. Let's put it at the top. All right, Ocarina
Can't talk.
A.
A tier.
Mhm.
Yeah, I agree.
Probably.
I feel like it's
above
pretty
Wind
tied
Waker?
with Wind Waker.
Pretty tied. All
Yeah.
right, so it's tied. All right, Breath of the Wild.
Everyone thinks it's the best game of all time. So
It's not the best of all time, but it is really great and has its own spot in Zelda.
people think it's the best Zelda too. Brandon doesn't, I guess.
Well, like that's a whole nother podcast.
Yeah.
What is the best Zelda?
Hi, I'm James, and I've played no Zeldas. All right.
I mean, I'm willing to say Breath of the Wild on itself.
But it's way different. So
It is
like-
way different, but it's the first
But then
Zelda
it's like
game.
then you get to the philosophy of like what constitutes as a Zelda game.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, it's like
Okay.
are you
yeah.
like
Anything made by Nintendo.
I don't know. It's like it's a whole like different like can of worms, I guess.
You guys are going A or S. So which is it?
I'm tying it with Wind Waker.
I'll agree.
Okay.
So they're all tied. Cool.
Triple A. Zelda
Guys,
games.
triple A's. These are the triple A's. All right. Mario Maker 2. I guess this will be the last one. We'll just let Pokemon like
Really?
die at the
Okay.
bottom of the ocean.
Mario Maker is an S tier game for me.
Mario Maker 2.
Yeah, we're talking
Just
about
in
Mario
S
Maker 2.
tier.
both of
S
them.
tier. It's the
Both
best
of them.
Mario game out of all of them.
Yeah, there's a lot you can do with it.
Yeah.
That's how
It's
creative
insanely-
it is. You can
yeah.
share and like play other people's
It's monumental. Like, I don't know if it's been fully realized yet as how revolutionary it is.
I'll
but-
actually put it bottom S tier.
It's legit every single Mario game in that one.
This could be like your Desert Island game, and you'd like
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
you could play it
You
forever.
wouldn't need anything else. Yep. Is that what do we?
I'll put
We
that
just had the rest of the Pokemon, and then
Yeah, and we're running out of time, and I got to shit. So
oh,
Can
all
call
right.
it here.
yeah. Well, I mean to recap,
Pokemon Gen 2
In-
best gen. All right,
Pokemon Gen 3 gang, and
I'm
Black and
Gen
White.
3.
okay.
And
Gen,
Black and White was really good.
Gen 4. Gen 4 is pretty good.
Diamond and Pearl, sick shit there too.
Yeah.
Gen 3 is my second favorite.
I want to play through Black and White again,
Black
and
and
like
White's
and
good.
take it all the way through just to fight Cynthia. But yeah, so to recap, then
I can
guess-
put Gen 2 and 3 in like A or S. And
I-
then,
I
and then
can agree.
I don't really need to talk about the rest.
I can agree.
Yeah. All right, whatever.
So in C tier, at the very bottom, we had Kirby Air Ride.
C is as low as we went.
Yeah,
Okay.
low C tier. That's Kirby Air Ride. Well, Nintendo's good shit, but fuck them. Then we have right above that New Super Mario trash name. That's just what I wrote down. And then we have Brawl, and that's it for C tier. Then for B, we have Animal Crossing New Horizon, Pikmin 2, Double Dash, Galaxy, and Sunshine. This is kind of like, I guess, the standard.
yeah.
like that we
Middle
said.
ground.
Like, yeah. And then everything else is like above standard, I guess. So,
And
which we have Mario Kart 8, Mario Kart NES. No, Mario Kart NES. Oh, can you imagine?
Jesus.
The original Mario NES, Super Mario World in 3, and then all the Zeldas that we just listed off in A tier. And then an S, Grand Old Big Daddy S tier, Mario Maker 2, Odyssey, then Smash Melee and Ultimate.
pretty happy with that.
That's like that's so fucking. This is a lame tier list. Too agreeable.
We did a Nintendo
Who's
tier
gonna,
list.
who's gonna look at this and
No,
be
no,
like,
we did a
I
Nintendo
disagree.
tier list without Mario 64. I think it's pretty like.
yeah, there's like holes missing, but we can only cover so much in this time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows? Like maybe in a
Maybe
year or two
next
from
time.
now, we'll like be able to talk more. But yeah,
Cool.
Anyways, it was good
Thanks for
having you
having
on,
me,
Chandler.
guys.
Yeah,
Thanks for having me. I had
made
fun.
Yeah.
some great convos for especially tangenty shit.
Glad we'll hear you for half the episode.
Yeah,
Yeah, hopefully that works out.
Join Skylar and I next week for a discussion on toxicity and Spider-Man PS4.
that'll be interesting.
I haven't even
matchup.
started your game yet.
I haven't started your album either. So.
Perfect. All right, we got a few days.
Yeah, we do. But yeah, Chandler, definitely come back at some point whenever we talk
Thanks
about
for having
games.
me, guys.
Mhm.
We should do we do like our favorite games when we do that
Again.
Mass Effect.
again.
Well, I could write it.
We do need to
I'll
update-
write it.
No,
an
it's
essay.
gonna be a top 10, and
I'll
then you
write an
have,
essay.
and then you get like 10 like honorable mentions.
We will need to update those again someday. Like
Yeah, that's
if
why.
we didn't do what we do on this podcast, then like it'd be cool to have you more often.
Right. That'd be cool.
But
But,
no, he'll
yeah.
definitely come back and
Yeah.
be all the tangenty. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
on that note, guys, thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in
Thank
the
you,
next
guys.
week
Oh,
episode.
yeah, we'll blow out the candle.
Bye.
It was lit. Don't worry.
It was lit, totally.
Cool.